As runners, we all challenge ourselves in ways we never thought possible, pushing the boundaries of what we're capable of to smash through targets and set ourselves new, bigger and better ones.
This awesome hobby that we share gives us one thing in common, and it brings us together as a community. Whether you're working towards completing your first parkrun or you're a veteran of the sport who's run 100 ultra marathons, we all know the feeling of reaching that maxed out effort and our own red line.
Welcome to our podcast, where your hosts Brett Elsmore and Andy Maguire discuss the struggles, the successes and everything in between on our running journeys, as we all work towards the next time we're running the red line. Hello and welcome to episode 117 of Running the Red Line. I am your host Brett, and I am joined, as always, by my co-host and a fly-swatting bat, Andy.
This thing has been, I felt like a young Pete Sampras this summer, and I keep forgetting to show this will be my. You know how, like, if ever you went and I'm a celebrity and they say, like, what's your luxury item? I'd take this. I'd have this. This thing is just so addictive for just... All right.
Basically, you're celebrating in taking lives.
Reveling in it. It's absolutely wonderful. They have been causing me they've been ruining my life, these flies. Do you know what I even did the other day? And people are going to come out. The animal rights guys might come at me for this. I even volleyed a hornet the other day. I absolutely backhand smashed a hornet. It came into the lounge. I was like, no. I felt like a prime Goran Ivanisevic.
How did you know it was definitely a hornet?
Because it was about 14 yards long. It was massive. It was the size of half a Kit Kat finger. It was massive. It was yellow and black. And I was like, that's not a wasp. That's a mega wasp. So
a mega wasp.
Yeah. It took me 3 or 4 electrocutes to get it. In fact, I volleyed it. I volleyed it. I don't, there's not a word for that. I volleyed it. I won't say that again because it's not even a sentence. It's not even English. Anyway, and it didn't die. It just went straight out the house. I think I tried to take a few more swipes at it, and it didn't die. It just flew off. So I don't know how many volts this thing can take, but a hornet survived a forehand electrocuted smash. So that it was definitely a hornet because it was like a mega beast.
What type of batteries are in it?
Oh, only some like Poundland special Kodaks. But
but are they like AAs?
Oh, double A's, yeah.
Yeah, but, so it'd be like 1.5 volts each, wouldn't they?
Put it this way, I haven't tested it. Shall I test it on the podcast, like Jackass style? No, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, do it on your tongue. Stick your tongue in it.
A younger Andy Maguire would have taken you up on that for content, but I know better.
But an older Andy Maguire would definitely do it for the content.
He's not going to do it. Don't worry, I'm not going to do it. I've got to think about my running, my prosperous running career.
Your tongue don't do anything for your running.
Well, yeah, that is a fair point.
And it might actually give you that little bit of a spark to get those few seconds off.
Right, I knew this would happen. I knew I'd be getting some abuse tonight.
Charging you up. Like, have you ever seen that Jason Statham film, Crank?
Yes.
It'd be like that.
Yeah. I might take it to Parkrun tomorrow and just electrocute myself when I need to, like, kick myself back into life. Like, I can just, like, clear, when they put the...
Or like a jockey when they whip the horse, you can just whip yourself.
I could whip myself. That would be the most mental thing. I would literally look like, what's his name from Fight Club, like fighting myself, running around Parkrun. I think just hitting myself around the face with a electric fly swatter. Anyway, you didn't even ask me. How am I doing? I'm okay, thanks. Not too bad.
I did ask how you were.
No, I interrupted. I didn't even let you get that far. I just waved my tennis racket at you.
Yeah. So, how are you this week?
Yeah, I'm fine. Not too bad. Just been marathon. I'm back into marathon training.
Oh, has it definitely started now? How many weeks we got?
I've got 10 weeks in total. I thought I had more until we talked about this on the podcast last week, and you're like, no, you've only got 10. You haven't got 14. So yeah, I've got 10 weeks in total. And week one has started well. Well, that's 2 weeks before Loch Ness. So that will be 8 weeks on Sunday.
So 8 weeks. Okay.
Yeah. So 8 weeks to find nearly 3 minutes off my half marathon time. My half marathon pace needs to be basically my 10K pace. Why do we do this to ourselves? So you run a really good PB and you think, no, instead of enjoying that PB, you think, I want that pace for the distance after it. Like, once upon a time, like I remember running a 5K in like 25 minutes. Now that's like my easy pace. Like, why do I do it to myself? It's ridiculous.
Well, like I want to try and run at Worcester a faster pace than we ran on Saturday.
So you'll need to run 19-minute splits, 5K splits.
No, faster than that. I want to try and run 5:55 a mile.
Good luck. Well, so yeah, you're at 6 minutes. You're about 6:06 minutes or something, aren't you?
No, just under 6 minutes is my PB. Like 5:58.
Oh, okay.
A mile.
Flirted with that pace before. It's not a massive jump, but it's right at the upper end of your effort levels. Yeah. Well, that will be quite tasty. Do you know that's going to be a good race? That the Worcester half. That is going to be good.
It will be.
It will be fun. But speaking of things that we will enjoy because there will be lots of people around, brings us on nicely to what we got up to last Saturday. Yes. You've probably by now already seen 17, maybe 18 videos about Arrow Valley Parkrun last week.
Yeah.
Where a few of us with cameras went down.
You've seen nothing of mine so far, but that's not a surprise, is it?
Yeah, yours is scheduled in for 2029. But yes, a few of us went down, and for us, for the podcast, we started our Running the Red Line Parkrun Challenge, which we'll get to later on the podcast. But we are joined by some YouTube royalty. He's exploded onto the scene. And
he exploded on the way up as well, on the side of the M40.
He really did. I'm looking forward to hearing about that. So, yes, without any further ado, please welcome to the show. It's the Baconator himself, Mr. 1855, the one and only Sam Bacon from the legendary YouTube channel Light Me Up.
I'm sure it's Light It Up.
He prefers Light Me Up, I think.
That's the joke. Hello, boys. How are we all?
We're good, man.
Andy, first of all, if you're going to reference yourself as a 90s tennis player, you've got to go Andre Agassi. Let's be honest.
Oh, yes.
Like, you are literally Andre Agassi.
I'm going to... Yeah. You are, but later, Andre Agassi. I'm going to buy him a blonde wig.
Yeah.
A blonde mullet.
And also
Did Agassi used to have blonde hair? I didn't know him without hair.
Proper big mullet. But there's talk that it was a wig the whole time.
Yeah.
And that's why he had a headband.
Amazing. That does ring a bell, actually.
And also, measuring hornets in Kit Kats is amazing. There you go.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's quite a look, isn't it? I reckon you could suit a mullet, Sam.
I could go for the Bogan sort of Australian vibe.
You definitely could rock like a Crocodile Dundee style.
Also, referring to me as YouTube royalty, that is doing some very heavy lifting.
No, mate, you're all over the box at the moment. Everybody wants a piece of the bacon.
So visit a parkrun.
But no, last week was pretty awesome, wasn't it? Would I be Would I be far wide of the mark by saying, personally, it was one of my favourite days of running? So I don't know how you boys enjoyed it, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's what I said in my video, and I stand by it. I still stand by it.
What was the statement you made?
I said it is like literally one of my favorite days, like race events, runs that I've done. Like, you know, obviously there's like London and marathons that you do, but just for the absolute, it was just because I hadn't met anyone. And obviously, you know, I'm driving all that way to meet basically some strangers that I don't know and I've listened to on a podcast and watched on videos and stuff. And it just felt like we all knew each other. It sounds so corny and lame, but it was just immediately, we just went into that sort of friendship of like, you know, the jokes and stuff, because obviously we speak a lot on WhatsApp and, you know, through videos and stuff like that. So it just felt, and watching Tim's video was so funny where he was like pretending that he was nervous to meet everyone, and I just went and hugged him straight away.
It's like online dating, isn't it? It's like when you
I was gonna say it's at least you know what we look like, because it's a bit like on like chat rooms from the early 2000s where you get friendly with people and then you
Chat
go to
roulette.
meet them, but you haven't got a clue who they are.
No.
Yeah.
But it would have been a massive disappointment if off camera, if any one of us we met up with was a complete, utter, absolute, you know,
well, Tim Stent
horrible
off camera
person.
is
Tim Stent on camera.
Yeah.
Off camera, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah, he's actually nicer on camera, which is saying a lot, isn't it?
He's got a Welsh accent off camera. It's bizarre.
But no, it was so much fun. And when the Quiney boys turned up, what an entrance.
They are some good looking fellas. I'm not going to lie. They are like just immaculate. Run like a 16-minute 5K and they look exactly the same. I'm like, what is that?
So Hollywood, aren't they?
That's what Hollywood is the exact term. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say, Sam. One thing that absolutely killed me on your video were the avatars that you brought.
That genuinely, well, that was just for you lot. There were so many in jokes, like niche references in that. But I did it laughing to myself, knowing that at least one person might find it funny.
What was Andy Goldsby? Was he a young Tom Selleck?
Yeah, Tom Selleck in a hammock drinking a cocktail.
Yeah, that was good. I was from the Mighty Boosh. I was the Moon, wasn't I?
You were the Moon.
What was Brett now?
You were Howard Moon. Yeah.
Just Mac was just the generic NBA, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he was just
Larry Bird.
I just thought he was just all basketballers.
The tall white man.
Yeah, Larry Bird, the whitest NBA player possible.
And who else did we have? Oh yeah, the Quiney boys. They were Kens. Yeah, that was brilliant. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. I mean, we had cracking weather as well, didn't we? It would have been a washout if it was anything else, anything but. But no, it was good. How was your journey up and down? Because I mean, for anybody that doesn't know, why don't you just go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit about, you know, whereabouts you live, first of all, because you're an honorary Midlander.
I am. So pretty much every YouTuber in the world is from the Midlands. So I'm very much an outlier. I think there's like me and Jody from Crown My Run and Stephen from Film My Run. We're sort of, we live all relatively close to each other. I think Jody's from London now, but he's originally from Eastbourne. So I'm originally from near Worthing, which is where Stephen lives. So I lived by the beach all my life. Then I met my wife in Brighton, went to college in Brighton, stuff like that, was in bands and all that jazz. And then moved up to East Grinstead, which is where my wife, she owns a shop in East Grinstead. So I live in a place called Copthorne, which is like pretty much a stone's throw from Crawley. And I know that because lots of stones get thrown from Crawley out to various places. So yeah, I live literally 2 minutes from the M23.
So does that mean you're like right underneath the flight path? Are you constantly got 747s going overhead?
Well, there are near us, there are houses below it more. We're not directly under it, but yeah, as far as Gatwick goes, it is well handy. Yeah, for like holidays and those sorts of things. But I now have to take all our families and drop them off. So I'm now the designated taxi driver.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
So, what about in terms of your running and your YouTube channel then? So we all know that you're Lighted Up, or Light Me Up, as you love people shouting at you.
Or as
so
we coined him, shited up.
Lighted Up. That was absolutely phenomenal. Runners of the YouTube, listeners of the podcast will remember when Sam, had to visit the toilet under a bridge in broad daylight.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
So, how long have you been running, and how long have you been doing the YouTube stuff?
Oh, so I ran as a kid loads. My mum and dad were like quite decent, like high level runners. So my only ambition is to beat all my dad's PBs, but they're all pretty tasty. So like I think my dad's done like a low 120s half. He never really did a marathon, but he's like 10K because he's like a runner from like the 80s. He's got like loads of really random distances that he's like really fast at. They used to do at like club level. So he's got like an 8-mile PB. And I'm like, Dad, that's not even a thing. Like, I can't even enter a race where I'm going to try and beat that. Like, so I think he's just making up different distances to say that he's beaten me. So slowly chipping away at those. The 5K the other day has got him worried. I'm not going to lie. He's like, because he can't go back and redo them.
And that's pre super shoes as well, and pre kit, good stuff. Like, that's decent.
One banana, 2-inch split shorts, club vest, job's a good one. I'm off. That was very much his motto. So when I'm turning up with my super shoes and getting him to try them on, he's like, "This is just cheating. This is ridiculous. It's not even the same sport. It doesn't even count." So I'm like, okay, fair enough. So I did a lot of running as a kid, and then I got into music and did all that stuff for a long time, and then I got into cycling. So I did a lot of cycling, racing, mountain bike, cyclocross, on the road. Then I realized it was just absolutely lethal, and obviously it takes a lot more time to get good at cycling compared to running. Like the equivalent an easy run, like for an hour, you've got to go for like 3 or 4 hours on a ride. Yeah. So I was doing a lot of stuff over COVID on the turbo trainer, stuff like that. Got to a decent level.
You've also got to have more money than sense to be good at cycling.
The cost of it is just insane. And so, that side was not great. Although with the amount of shoes I've bought, it kind of offsets it a little bit. But
didn't you say the start on one of your videos, you mentioned that the start of a park run or a race is incomparable to the start of like a road time trial or a cycling race? Didn't you say it's the atmosphere is so different?
Yeah. So road races are different because they start quite slow and then they build up into it. Whereas like a mountain bike race or a cyclocross race is like parkrun, except everyone's on a bike and no one's got any grip. So it's just chaos and carnage. Very exciting.
And everyone's miserable.
And everyone's miserable because it's December and it's absolutely freezing and you're in a skin suit.
And they're cyclists. No cyclists are ever in a good mood and never want to say hello.
And unlike parkrun, obviously the level you probably need to be at to do cycling races, like by the time you're racing, you've dedicated a lot of time and effort. So you haven't got 300 people all just doing it for fun, having a go. Everyone that's there is your 16-minute runners, if you know what I mean. Everyone is there to fight, to race. So it is, cyclocross used to be a bit more friendly in that way. But as the cost of it has gone up, as the time you need, it's just, so I just left because it just wasn't that fun. And you just had to take it so serious. And, having a young family and a job, you're up against 20-year-olds who are training 20 hours a week. Because again, with cycling, you can do loads and loads of hours. Whereas running, you are capped to a certain amount quite often. Whereas with cycling, there's just no end, basically. You can just do, triple days, all sorts of things. So I basically left that, hit a badger once, doing about 35 miles an hour on the South Downs Way, tore my leg open, got hit by a car once, had a few decent crashes. So I was like, now is not the time for me to do this. So I started doing a few runs, did a few park runs with my daughter, and entered Brighton Marathon. I think just on a whim, basically. One of my friends was doing it. And I'd been running every now and again to help with the cyclocross training, because in cyclocross, you jump off your bike and you run with it sometimes when it's that muddy. So I even there's a race called the Three Peaks in like Penny Ghent and Leeds and stuff like that in Yorkshire.
Yeah.
And you do it on a cyclocross bike. So it's the same course that the running race does. But the first 11K, you carry your bike up a hill, up the mountain. And then you cycle. God. It's a road bike with like mountain bike tires, little ones. And then you cycle down it. And it was the most insane, amazing event I've ever done. I'll send you some videos of because some pro guys have done it. And it's gnarly. But I was like, this is too much for me. I'm going to go off and do other things. So I did Brighton Marathon and really, really enjoyed it and just started going from there. I then got really into it, gave myself a stress fracture. So that was August 2 years ago. I did that in sort of May time. And as I was coming out the other end of that stress fracture, as Brett will know, it's quite painful doing the runs back. So that's when I decided just to make a YouTube channel to basically, as I was doing my walk runs, I was like, well, I'll just film some stuff. I've been watching some videos and like you guys and thought, yeah, I'll have a go at that. I had a GoPro, so just started videoing some stuff. And that first video is always so, you sort of go to press record about 100 times to make, you look around about 50 times to make sure no one's looking at you. There's no one in earshot. You tentatively record something. You got no idea what it is. You then go to edit it. You've missed out 300 things that you actually wanted to say. So yeah, just sort of started from there really, and just sort of have slowly grown it.
Sorry, Brett, can I just jump in? You hit a badger at 35 mile an hour.
Yeah. So I've got a few good stories of hurting myself. One was I was playing football with all my mates and I dived to head a ball, and one of my best friends kicked the ball as hard as he could, but instead of kicking the ball, he kicked my face and like snapped my jaw in half in 2 places.
Oh my God.
And I got up and I was like I was drunk. I wasn't hurt. I just got up and I was like, what's wrong? And as I spoke, my mouth moved in like 3 different directions. They were like, you're in trouble.
You've got 3 mouths, mate. What's going
So I had to go do all that stuff. So the badger story was we went out one evening, like where my parents live now, where I grew up, is on like the edge of the South Downs Way. Absolutely amazing. So we cycled up, we did like this route, and it was in October time. So it was dark, about 8 o'clock, and we were coming down this flint chalky downhill, and I was jumping between sort of these berms without a care in the world. And out of nowhere, as I was going flat out, this blur runs into my front wheel. My bike stops dead and I carry on. And luckily I had like a camelback on, like a vest.
Yeah.
Had my helmet on, and they took the brunt of it, but I sliced my knee open to the point where you could literally open it up and look inside it. So we're in the middle of nowhere. So I sat on my friend's bike and we went down the hill to a pub. I then sat in the pub, had some crisps and a lemonade. And the nice lady that was working there drove me to the hospital. And luckily, the only thing they needed to do was just clear it out. So I had like an operation where they just basically jet washed it. But I've got some really cool photos of literally just the cut that obviously a slice. It was obviously a sharp rock and just sliced it open. So yeah, I work in a school, and when I did it and then had to have like a few weeks off, can you imagine being like an 8-year-old child and hearing that your teacher hit a badger? Like, so I have got badger related everything, cards, the lot. It's still, those kids are now probably like 19, 20 years old. And still in the school, kids find it funny to mention badgers to me because it's like this. Oh God! This lore story of like, yeah, Mr. Bacon hit a badger. So, yeah,
brilliant.
Good times.
Oh
good times.
God! I'm sure it wasn't.
And that badger has grown up to go and nick Andy's fruit pastels.
Well, it had a black line. It came back to fight me, and my friend had to scare it off.
What? Really?
Yeah, it was angry. Yeah.
What, like it came on its hind legs, like.
Yeah. He nicked my bike.
Like a hooligan, like an England fan.
Yeah.
Throwing chairs at you.
It had a 3 lions tattoo on its shoulder.
A shaved head.
You want some of this?
Oh God, brilliant. Yeah. So what about then before we mention going to Parkrun from last week, because obviously you had a career defining run last week. Talk us through your crazy couple of weeks you had in the spring this year.
Yeah.
When you just decided it'd be a good idea to take on the marathon. Not once, but twice.
So, like everyone, I entered London ballot and didn't get in. And so I just entered Brighton. I adore Brighton Marathon. I'm going to do it every year, no matter what, because it's just such a good vibe. It literally goes past college and places that I grew up, and all my friends and family come out. And the way the course is, people can see you so many times. So it's such a good atmosphere to do that. And my mate, Dave, was like, do you want to do London? Because I can get us a place. So he had a friend in Macmillan who was like one of the charity people. And he was like, if we apply, we can get in. And I was like, oh, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, really. So I ended up entering that. And then I was like, I could just not do Brighton. But I was like, no, I want to do it. And it was at the time when I'd just come out the other side of getting injured all the time. And I'd just done Copenhagen. And I was like, right, it's the perfect test for me to be able to do 2 marathons in 2 weeks and not be injured and come out of it the other side. So I was like, right, I'm not going to try and run it fast. I'm just going to try and, run it, have fun, make some good videos and run it with my friend because it was his first ever marathon. So did Brighton. That was such a good vibe because I do like the Brighton course guide. It's like one of my best videos I do as far as numbers and stuff go. So it was the first time I've ever had someone come up to me and like ask to take a picture and stuff like that. It was just hilarious. And then like afterwards, I was walking with my wife and daughter and like people were stopping me and talking to me. And Emma was like, what is going on? I was like, babe, you're married to a famous man now. Like in Brighton, they know me. I've got a face here, So that was really good fun. And then we did London and I was knackered. I was ruined, but I just ran it. And Dave, he must have been one of the only people, first time ever running London Marathon. He did a negative split and his last 10K was his fastest, which I think is like, that is a pretty impressive. Yeah. And we ran together. And then at Tower Bridge, he just kept sort of edging ahead. I was like, Dave, look, we've had a really good time, but you need to go and run and enjoy this and you can push on a bit now. And I think he did a 3:33 or something like that. So for a debut marathon, that is, he was really happy. We raised loads of money for Macmillan. So yeah, it was all in all a very emotional, good day out.
You did. You raised quite a bit of money, as I remember, didn't you?
Well, yeah. So I raised like a sort of standard amount of like 2,000, 3,000. So Dave is a lovely man. He's very generous with his money, but he is also a managing director of a new build house company.
Okay.
So he had every bricklayer, scaffolder, electrician, plumber donating lots of money in support of Dave, which might also then get them some business.
Oh, I see.
He was like, don't worry about the money. I've got plenty of people who are going to hook me up with some donations. And obviously it's for a good cause and stuff like that. But without him, because I think we raised over 30,000 in the end. But I was literally, chucking a few pennies in here and there. And he was very much the driving force behind that. So yeah, fair play to him because it was amazing.
And because it was all tradies, it was all cash in hand.
Yeah, it all got delivered in a brown envelope on the start line. We had to run with it.
Amazing. Oh, brilliant. So what were your, if you don't mind me asking, what were your times you ran at both Brighton and London then?
I did. So my first marathon I did in Brighton was 3:51. I did 3:31, I think, in Brighton. I'll have to have a look. I did. London was slower.
Because wasn't London supposed to be your target and then you ran a bit too quick at Brighton?
No, the aim was to do 3:30 for Dave. So that was always, originally it was do sub 3 at Brighton. And then when I got into London, I was like, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not going to go that deep. So I just brought it back to going, tell you what, maybe I could just do 3:30s. Then at the start of Brighton, I saw Matt Southern, friend of the podcast, and he'd been talking to me about, he basically encouraged me on literally as we were driving down, he was messaging me, being like, nah, man, you're in 3:15 shape. You can do that easy. It'll be fine. So I went out at PB pace, which is 3:18. So I went at like 3:18 pace and it was fine. And then I didn't have the energy in my legs for sure. And then knowing what I had coming up, I was like, tell you what, I'm just going to reel it back a bit. But as you know, even when you try and go easier in a marathon, it still hurts just as much. You might as well just carry on trying as hard as possible.
Yeah.
So hang on, I've got my times here. I did 3:30:42 for Brighton, and I did 3:47:12 in London.
Yeah, nice.
So a bit of a drop off, but the atmosphere in London was just so good. It was amazing. It was very emotional. I cried most of the last 5K. Saw Mo Farah. He gave me a bottle.
Yeah, and you elbowed someone out the way.
She was not happy.
You Tommy Fury to get your bottle from Mo. I love that.
So yeah, good times. It was good.
Both your videos were great because you put a lot of time and effort into both of those intros, didn't you?
Yeah, there's lots of YouTubers don't enjoy the editing side. They sort of see it as a pain, but I enjoy the editing as much as I enjoy the filming and stuff.
Yeah.
Especially for like parkrun videos and like weekly training vlogs. I throw together, I put some things in, but like those big races, I really enjoy thinking about the music I'm going to use and like coming up with an intro and making that and sort of, making it more of a thing to watch on a big screen, as Nolan intended.
Yeah. But you got some really good footage of like, I don't know how you got your hands on it, but like sort of vintage Brighton in the 70s or the 60s, wasn't it? And like, it looks
from,
so,
like,
you really
television or whatever it was. Yeah.
You really set the scene in a really, and did you use a Fatboy Slim
of
song
course
as well?
Got to use a Fatboy Slim song.
Is it true that you run past his gaff at some point? You run past his house?
Yeah, so the year before last, he was outside it and we're like clapping people.
No.
Yeah, he wasn't there this year though. Norman was busy.
So is that in Hove? Is that as you're coming back into the finish?
Yeah, I like that. So when you did it, you go up the sort of industrial estate towards the end on the seafront.
Is that going towards Worthing? Is that going that way? Yes.
Towards like the power plant.
Yes.
So they've got rid of that section now, and now you just go from around the lagoon, and that's where his house is in. There's like a posh bit of houses down the back, and his is one of those.
Right.
So he strolls down to clap the marathoners.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty. Yeah. Has he ever done the marathon? Is he a runner himself?
No, I don't think so. But Joe Wilkinson goes down to Hove Parkrun. The comedian from like Afterlife and stuff. Yeah. So we've got Ross Noble, Joe Wilkinson. We've got to collect all the comedians.
Well, yes, we met. Did you have a chat with Ross last week?
I didn't. No, I didn't want to interrupt his and Tim's love affair.
Well, I spoke to him, but I was like, right, play it cool, Andy. Don't be like a super fan in front of him. I say super fan. I'm not massively a super fan, but I was aware that it was Ross Noble.
Yeah.
And I sort of said something like, and I was like, am I negging Ross Noble? What am I doing? I was like, Freddie, don't you? Yeah, he's one of our mates, or sort of thing. Like,
I'm closer than him.
I know Freddie more than you know him.
What's his star sign? What's his favourite chocolate bar?
Yeah, I've got his phone number. I've got his phone number. I can give him a call right now. But I saw you having a chat with him, Brett. You chatted to him, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a quick chat with him about motorbikes and stuff because he's well into motorbikes, and obviously my dad is a big motorbike head. So he was saying, and obviously Redditch is like well known for Royal Enfields, and I was like, yeah, I grew up opposite where the Royal Enfield factory was, and then we just had a bit of a chat about those things.
But how mad was it that he was there because of Mom and Goldie?
Oh no, that's so funny.
Yeah, like he was gigging in Birmingham the night before at just a small venue, because that was one of the things I was chatting to him about. He said normally he plays like bigger venues in Birmingham, and he was playing a venue that was near the Symphony Hall, near the ICC.
Yeah.
And the last time he played in that area, it was in the Symphony Hall. Yeah. So he drove up there, drove into where he would normally have like first class parking, and drove into the entrance, and they went, "Oh, I haven't got a pass or anything. I've just got." So he then had to go and find parking somewhere, and was almost late for his gig. He didn't.
One of us.
Yes. Yeah. How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
So for anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, Ross Noble's a pretty big comedian on the circuit, isn't he? And he's been on it for a fair while as well. But he's an all round. He seemed like a really nice fella, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he's well into his running, which is awesome. Because obviously, I know Freddie more than you do. I'm better friends with him than you are. But Freddie, as in Freddie Runs, did Endure 24. I don't know if they did the whole thing together or not, but he was on Freddie's podcast, which was pretty awesome. And it's just so cool, isn't it? I know he's not listening to this, but he listens to he might be, you never know. Yeah. But he listened to obviously Mom, and you just think.
Imagine him listening to Guess the Number.
I mean,
Yeah,
In what world do we live?
that is. I wonder what he's thinking. Yeah,
Comedy gold, maybe. I don't know.
I'm sure he'll be on their podcast before
I
long.
love
won't he?
Guess the Number. That is
If you're listening,
funniest.
Mom and Andy, do not give in to any of the haters. Surely no one's hating on that game. That is a fantastic game.
They've had some naysayers saying don't do that anymore. It's awful, but I think it's brilliant.
If anything, do it more. Guess the phone number.
Guess my finish time. Yeah, brilliant. So absolutely. That was brilliant seeing Ross Noble, wasn't it? But so then shall we chat about last week then at Arrow Valley?
Yeah.
We'll set the scene. So Sam you've been chasing you've had this idea of a sub-19 for a little while, haven't you? First of all, you've had an idea of a load of YouTubers meeting up together for a little while, and you did the unthinkable. You got a load of kind of men on a WhatsApp group to all agree to be somewhere at the same time in the same place.
To actually commit. It made it out the group chat.
No, you turned an idea into reality. So yeah, you had this idea. You wanted to obviously run this sub-19, and at this time last week you were at 1925, 1924.
Yeah, and also the sub-19 thing, Brett railroaded that and hijacked the whole thing. Like, I was just wanting a PB, and it was, I don't know when it changed, but it just became, I'll be running 19 and you will follow me, and then I'll see you at the end. I was like, okay, well, that's what I needed.
Sub-19 got thrown around somewhere before I decided on that.
All right, maybe that was me. I say a lot of stupid things. So yeah, my PB was 1924, but that was from December 2024. So I've had plenty of injuries and mischiefs since then. So it wasn't like it was a relevant PB, if you know what I mean. So I'd basically been running slowly since Copenhagen. I've just done easy running until the marathons, then did the marathons, and then I've done like 5 weeks of been doing Norwegian single stuff
in your area.
In my area, and that was it. So I ran a park run. I did like a 1939, and then 2 weeks after that I did like a 1930, and that was it. And that's all I had to go on. So I was right to be absolutely bricking it on the way up, because I was like, actually, that's 30 seconds is insane to think of that. But like our Stravas were saying, Andy, Strava believed in me. Koros didn't, and Kaizen didn't, and my star sign didn't. Yeah, so 19 was a bit of a stretch.
So was there a discrepancy between your Koros and your Strava then?
Yeah, my Koros was like 1924. It was quite a way off. It wasn't like it was close. So I obviously believed the lower one, because that's what you do.
Of course,
it's obviously wrong. It's nothing to do with me.
So Brett and Mom were our exquisite pacers, because I sort of said, "Yeah, I'll do it. I'll be fine. I'll be totally fine." And Mom went off at like sub 12-minute pace, didn't he? Went off at Josh Kerr pace.
Mom disappeared.
That was funny. And then, well, why don't you two talk us through, last Saturday morning?
So, the start, because in most park runs, the briefing is where the start is. You're standing at the start, you get briefed, and then it's very much, it's obvious when it's going to start. So, like, I turn my camera on, I get my watch ready, I get myself in order. And because of Arrow Valley, you sort of walk up, and I was chatting to Andy Goldsby, getting some last minute insider tips for the course. We sort of stopped, and then the Quiney boys turned up, and within like 2 seconds it was like, go. And so it was one of the first times I've ever started my camera late, and it was just suddenly there was like people all running in front of us. I lost Brett by about 3 or 4 lengths. I'd lost Tim by 400 miles. You'd followed Brett quite well, Andy. You'd got a really good start because I was behind you.
Well, I was on the front row. That's why I didn't even have time to panic and think. I was just reveling in the male bravado, though. I was just reveling in all these other egos around me. I didn't actually have a second to stop and think, mate, what are you doing? Stood next to Adam Hill.
Yeah.
He's just run. He can run a 15-minute 5K. And you're stood shoulder to shoulder with him. What are you doing? But I didn't even think that. So no wonder I got a good start, Sam, because I was in the lead at one point.
Yeah. And we were like looking at the stats of our cameras. I think we were doing like 320s for up until the musical note bit. You know, so it was spicy. But I've never been paced at a park run. I've done like I've been with a pacer for a marathon and a half marathon and a 10K, which is a bit more of a measured effort. Even the 10K is still hard, but a park run, that start was just like insane. So it was great because it took my mind off it, and all I knew, I had to follow Brett. And so I just shut off my brain. I didn't look at my watch. I just followed him. And I was aware of you, Andy, being in and around. And I wanted to make sure that I wasn't cutting you up, because obviously we were making pretty good progress for that first mile. We were overtaking quite a few people. And Brett was so good. You know, like when you're following someone in traffic in a car and they like go through an amber light and you're like, well, obviously I can't go through that as well. Or you have to panic and drive through it as well. Yeah. Brett was doing the equivalent of that, but what you should do, which was he was waiting to make sure that there was a green light for long enough for us to get through as well.
Leaving
and that was the difference.
3 car length.
100%. And that was the difference, because if every time you did that for like 6 or 7 overtakes, that I have to surge through and catch back up. If I'm at 340 pace and I'm surging at 325 to catch you up, that I've literally got a kilometer of that in me. So I was able to stay at a really steady, hard effort the whole time. So I think that was the key. And then Tim was just sort of around.
he was omnipotent, wasn't he? He was like God. He was everywhere.
He was everywhere. Yeah. So his video is so funny where he's listening to Brett give feedback. He's like, come on, Sammy. But it all helped. Having 2 people, it was also good because it did clear a wider path for me to get through. And so, yeah, the only time was at the very end when we went down that lake on the last bit where I lost you guys slightly. I just lost you ever so slightly. And I was like, I'm not going to surge. So I just kept you in eye shot. And yeah, luckily there was a couple of guys, a bloke called Jordan, who was lovely, who was sort of, he'd heard you calling me Sam. And he was like pacing me as well and helped me. And I knew that if I could just stay within 100 meters of you, I could make up that time and get there. But when I crossed the line, I genuinely thought I'd run 19:02. So I was very confused.
Brett normally prefers you to keep you within 3 inches of him.
Yeah, well, I heard in Tim's video, I hear what you were shouting, and I was just out of earshot, I think, of you saying, I need you on my shoulder.
Could you not hear me doing that?
I heard noise, but I was like in a buzz.
I was shouting all sorts of things, down that straight. And just before the musical notes, I went, go on, Tim, push on to the finish now. And he's decided to cut that out of his video.
Creators license, that is.
Oh, brilliant. But did you get the guilt of the pacey because you were being paced? Did you get the guilt of, I've got to keep up with him else he'll hate me? Did you get that? Did you
totally?
You think
I was like even like 2K in, because bearing in mind my fastest K that I've ever run is like a 3:43, I think it is, at the end of a park run.
Yeah.
And we were running 3:43s for the first 3 kilometers pretty much. And so I was just like, I was having to talk to myself being like, I'm not dead yet. So therefore the evidence is that I can at least carry on for another 10 seconds. And then 10 seconds later, well, I'm still not dead. So I might as well carry on. So I was constantly bargaining with myself. I was not relaxed in any way. I was just like basically checking that I'm not about to die the entire time. And so without the focus of Brett, it's just so easy, that extra 5 seconds to slow down, just to make it that ever so slightly more comfortable. That's what I would have run at. And that's where I have been running 5Ks at. You think it's your hardest, but it's not. There's an amazing book called How Bad You Want It that I highly recommend for anyone to read, or it's on Spotify or Apple Books or whatever it is. And it's all about how your brain is just protecting you from doing stupid stuff. and you've got a big range to be able to push through that. And there's loads of evidence of that in, all sorts of sporting things in the Olympics and in Tour de France and stuff. And I very much think in my tiny little world, that park run for me was me pushing through a barrier that I didn't know I had.
Amazing.
Which, like people say, like 20 minutes is such a barrier for so many people, isn't it? But it's no different to 20 minutes and 5 seconds or 21 minutes. Yeah. As far as a number, it's an arbitrary number, isn't it? So
your body doesn't know what 20 minutes is.
Yeah. And like the 4-minute mile, once someone broke it, then suddenly everyone broke it. And so it's such a mental thing of now when I think about 4-minute kilometers, I look at it in a completely different way. I'm like, oh yeah, I could just run that. I'll pay someone at that. That's just that to me, like you were saying at the beginning, Andy, that to me now is like the 25 minutes that it used to be when I was, a bit slower. And so it's all about that context, people like Brett will look at 19 minutes like we look at 23, 24. Whereas I look at 18 minutes and I'm like, oh my God, that, that almost is going to be impossible. How am I ever going to do that? But then when you do it, you're like, oh yeah, of course. You don't go, oh my God, I did an impossible thing. It's just part of what your new context is. And like I say, so it never gets easier. You just go faster.
Here's the thing though, and I might eat my words for saying this, but I think we will. I think we will get there.
You reckon? Do you think we'll appreciate it?
Yes, we will. I am convinced. I think we both will, mate. I think we'll both run sub-3 marathons, maybe even soon. Who knows? We might even smash that barrier as well. But I'm starting to just think if I can just stay consistent.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'll end up, but I think I'll keep getting faster for a few more years.
Yeah.
And who knows? I don't know if I'll go below 18. I might not, but I think I'm only a few seconds away realistically from 19 now. And I watched you do it literally with my own eyes.
Well, you ran a 100-mile ultra marathon the weekend before, so it's ridiculous.
Yeah. And you've got to both remember that you're both quite young in your running age.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean. Not young in age.
Not mental age.
As we normally think. Yeah. Well, you are quite young in your mental age, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that.
You're mentalist. But like people who have been running since they were teenagers or a kid, then their running age is a lot older, so they will start to get slower quicker, whereas your running age is quite young because you didn't start properly running until you were older, so you've got all those beginner gains still to get.
My problem that I have that I've been trying to get over for the last 3 years is because I did so much exercise as in cycling, my running cardio age was much higher than my strength and my tendons, and I'm still battling it now where my tendons are nowhere near what I know I can do with my heart and my lungs. So I have to, that's what I kept getting injured over and over again because I was trying to train like someone whose heart and lungs can do it, but their muscles couldn't. And that's where my strength and conditioning, Andy Maguire, has come in very handy. It's sort of that bit's caught up, and now I'm just slowly trying to build that tendon stuff. But sadly for running, tendons, you just gotta, there's not much more you can do other than run. Get used to it.
Yeah. For them to get used to pounding the pavement, you've got to pound the pavement.
Yeah, for sure.
So what's next for you then? Obviously you ran at 18:55 last week, so you're in the 18s now for the 5K. Have you got anything else you want to accomplish before the end of the year? Or
I want a PB every distance, 5, 10, half and marathon before the end of autumn. So I've got a 10K coming up. My 10K time's like 39:22. So I think I'm in good condition. If I keep going, I'll be able to, get under that. I've got Becky and Dan from my podcast. We're all doing Littlehampton 10K in beginning of September. So I want to try and go sub 38 for that and give that a good go after a good summer of training. I've actually got Battersea half marathon in 2 weeks' time. I feel pretty confident that actually I could probably get close. My PB is like 1:29:59 or 58, literally like 1 second or 2 seconds below chip time. That is, by the way, not Strava time. So I'm going to go for that, and if I get close to it, that's great. And then I've got Abingdon. That's the sort of the interim goal. I'm not going to try and run sub 3. I'm just literally going to try run like a 3:15. Nothing crazy. I want to finish it being like, yeah, I could have gone faster there as like a stepping stone to the next things.
Yeah. I like the way you talk about that. Nothing crazy, just a 3:15.
Well, yeah, exactly. Again, it all comes into context, doesn't it?
Yeah, so 3:15, that'll be about 4:35 a K pace, something like that.
Yeah.
Which is about, I don't know, what's that? 7.5 minute miles, something like that.
Yeah.
It's fairly shifty, isn't it?
What was interesting from I don't know if you heard about Josh Kerr talking about his mile attempt and stuff like that, and I'm sure you'll talk about it later in the news. But he was like, he did no big hero workouts. He didn't do crazy mileage. He literally has just stayed injury free and just stacked consistency month after month, year after year. And that's very much my approach. And I was talking about it with Dan and Becky today, actually, that Norwegian singles works for me, not because of the workouts I'm doing. Like, if I didn't get injured, I wouldn't do Norwegian singles. I would do much higher volume, intensity, all that stuff. But because of how my body is, Norwegian singles is the most intensity I can do while staying injury free and getting all those gains. Like, I've literally done, like, I think I worked it out as like just under 6 hours of Norwegian singles over the last 6 weeks. And that got me a sub 19. So I've barely run I didn't run a single interval faster than 4:20 a K, 4:15 a K. Yeah. And yet I was running 3:48s. And so like I want to be like the poster child of this can work if that's your style. If that suits you and it works for you, you don't have to go out and do all these things, because that's what I was doing. And after every VO2 max session, I would do a run and I would hurt myself. Because
it seems to me that the Norwegian method seems to really apply to people that are in that in between. I mean, in 5K terms, it's anywhere in between 15 minutes, maybe not that fast, and say 25 minutes.
Yeah.
There's a ceiling. I think there must be a ceiling where it all slows down, where you can't just keep running threshold forever. You probably will need to do some hero reps. You probably have to do a lot of speed work when you get to approaching 16, 15 minutes. But yeah, I think you're proof that it obviously does work. And you know, when you had your injury then last year, was it the year before? End of the year before. What if you could you pinpoint what it was? Was it just too much? Too fast?
I ran Brighton Marathon. So that was my second marathon. So I ran 3:18, had a week off, but the week off was I went to Disney Paris with my family. And it involves quite a lot of walking and standing up every day. Got back, I was like, great, that was the recovery done, and went straight into high volume sub 3 training. So I was doing hill sprints, I was doing VO2 max. My friend Dave then wanted to run a 1:45 half marathon, so I went out with him and my hip was hurting at the time, and I was like, nah, it'll be fine. Ran with it, and then we stopped and I couldn't walk. And then that night I went out for my friend's birthday and got drunk whilst walking around, and then carried on for about 6 weeks without I couldn't run, and then eventually got an MRI scan, and I'd fractured the neck of my hip. So I basically did everything wrong that you could do, but I wouldn't take it back, because I have learned so much. And I have made so many decisions over the last year that I would have made differently had I not had that experience. So I'm looking back on it positively.
Well, touch wood, it's not happened to me, but you both have had long spells of injury where you've been watching from the sidelines. And I imagine that is relative to running, one of the most depressing feelings that you can, you know, as an athlete, let's just call ourselves athletes for a minute, that you can probably feel.
Yeah,
and I imagine having experienced that, you know what's really at stake physically and mentally, so you don't want to be there again.
Yeah, and when you guys were talking early on in the podcast, and I was literally shouting at my car radio, Brett, it's a stress fracture. All the symptoms you were talking about, I was like, you have got a stress fracture. And then you're like, yeah. And then I went and did a 3K race. I'm like, Brett, please stop. I know what you're doing. You know, like in Interstellar where he's shouting at the window. It's like that. It's Brett on a track and me at the window telling him to stop. But as soon as it was all confirmed, I messaged Brett quite a lot, being like, dude, I've been there, you know, if you need anything, because it can feel really lonely. It feels like suddenly everyone's having the best time. Everyone's running really well. And you're just like, you want to just sort of disappear. But I sort of forced myself to go on Strava still and engage and be happy for people, because it was helpful. And I did a lot of mountain biking. So even with the stress fracture, I could ride. So I actually did a lot of cardio still. So when I came back, again, I shouldn't have done this. One of my first park runs I did, I ran like a 21 something off the bat. So I didn't really lose much fitness in that way. Yeah. So again, it's not a panic. You can still do the elliptical. You can still do the bike. And it doesn't really, you don't lose. Again, I'm not a professional. I don't lose my gold medal. Like, who cares? So yeah, it's all about context really, and just sort of mentally knowing that it is just for fun, and there are other things in life to concentrate on and do, and you know, and you can make other things. So I just made loads of like mountain bike videos when I tore my hip flexor. That was another injury, but I just went out riding and got a drone and just made some content, and it didn't do very well, but I was just practicing and, you know, learned lots of editing techniques and found that creative outlet in other ways. And then when I did do my running videos, I was leveling, you know, I felt like I was sort of improving it in some way. So yeah,
cool. So shall we then? Because go on, you go, Brett. You go.
Oh, I was just going to ask Sam. So I know you said that you were watching like videos and stuff, and that's what made you pick up the camera and start filming and making videos. But were you creative in that sort of way before you started making YouTube videos, or is this a completely new outlet for you?
So obviously my background is I work in education as a teacher. So I used to be a year 6 teacher, and we'd do end of the year shows, but we do like spoofs of like music videos and stuff, and the kids would dress up. So we did like a Beyonce single ladies video, but the boys were all dressed as women with like big wigs on, like, and we did like a Queen video where they were dressed as Freddie Mercury hoovering. So I've always done like funny editing and stuff like that with like the kids, because they found it really, you know, to do their show, it was quite funny. And then like did lots of music, obviously in bands and stuff before I was a teacher. So it was always sort of in those sort of realms. When I was did lots of riding. So my friend Seb, who's been in quite a few of my running videos before, me and Seb did like a cycling podcast together. So there's always been sort of elements of those sorts of things that I've done. But no, I hadn't done like the specific making YouTube videos and that sort of stuff. But my brain, as any people that know me or watch my videos probably knows, that my brain works very, very fast and can hyper focus on things. And so I love learning new stuff, and I can pick things up quite quick to a certain level. So I was like, right, I'll give that a go. How hard can it be? And sort of just slowly started making it. And I love the slow, steady dopamine hit of subscriber counts going up, people commenting on videos, feeling like you're building that community. And I think that's why Saturday was so good, because it was almost like the culmination of all that hard work for all of us coming together and being like, oh, this is actually, it's real, and it's really cool that, you know, without us doing all these things, we wouldn't be here. So yeah, well, it's quite special.
I'm just, while I'm thinking about this, while you're saying that, I kind of know what you mean, because when you feel like you're, you know, in that kind of scenario with all these people that you're enjoying the company of, and you've also coupled that with, you've got this little YouTube thing that you're doing as well, and then you go and run well and film it at the same time.
Yeah,
it makes the whole thing just feel really, you just feel like proud of yourself, don't you? Like
100%. And that is the number one. Driving home, I literally was like shouting like, I did it, yes. Like, because it's just that feeling, isn't it, of like committing to something, saying you're going to do it, and then it actually happening. Like that doesn't happen all the time, and when it does, I think you've really got to take a step back and like give yourself a pat on the back and like actually be grateful for it and talk about it. And because I absolutely talk about all the times I've hurt myself or I don't do well, whatever. And so, like you say, yeah, actually coming off. And I think that moment of Brett turning around and being like, "You've done it." I was like, it was like a real sort of, yeah, just a really feel good moment. And yeah, it's just a hobby. But so what? To me, that was the entire world of my running career in that thing. And I have no shame in saying that it meant so much to me.
How often do you watch your videos? Do you watch your old videos that you've made?
No, I watch. So the London and Brighton ones I watch quite a lot to show people and to check it and stuff like that. Whereas like my training ones, I don't really watch back over.
Yeah.
Sometimes the parkrun ones I do just to make sure I haven't been mean about anyone as I've overtaken them.
Easily done.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had an email once where I thought I was being funny and someone didn't like what I said, so I edited the video and changed it. But I wasn't trying to be mean. I was just sort of, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it the person that you said it about emailed you?
It was the person's friend. And it's someone who had long hair. And I just referred to them as the traveling Wilburys. Just off the top of my head. But fair enough. Someone didn't appreciate me saying that person had long hair, and so I was like, no worries, I'll take it out. Don't worry. Like the last thing I ever want to do is upset anyone, and it's that fine line of trying to be funny and people like finding it funny, but then also not wanting to upset that person. And luckily, it's the only one I've ever had. Like Jody from Crown My Run. Have you watched his latest video that I think he posted a few days ago at Battersea Park? But someone overtook him with like curly black hair and he called them 118 hair. And I just thought that was so funny. But likewise, that person could maybe be offended by that. But I don't know. So
yeah, because when you make these videos, you think no one's ever going to watch this.
I
know. But you think, oh no, there's actually quite a high chance a lot of the people around me might actually just search Arrow Valley 19th of July 2026 and it might come up.
Yeah, so I sent a really effusive. I'm very, very sorry. It was never my intention. They were okay with it. I said, look, so I edited it all out and deleted the video and changed it. But yeah, so I am mindful to try and be funny, but also name people by maybe what they're wearing rather than their physical appearance. Unlike Mom, who just calls people slaphead.
Yeah, Mom's inbox must be absolutely rammed.
That's his USB.
Get his out of office on. Just quickly, one thing we touched on, because every day's a school day before we started recording. Pre-running, you said you were or are a musician.
Yeah, I mean
wow, can you call drums music?
No.
Can you call them a musician? They just hit things.
Yeah, hit things and try and keep time. I sold my drum kit to buy a MacBook to train to be a teacher. That was a real moment of like,
wow,
seeing the person drive away in the car park growing with my drums.
Yeah.
So before I did that, I was in a band, went on tour in a van with all my mates, had the best time, snuck side stage to watch the Killers play Tea in the Park whilst I was really drunk. Some amazing memories and stuff. But there comes a time and I was like, actually, I'd met my to-be wife and I wanted to actually have money. And so I'd been teaching drums as a bit of a side hustle and I really enjoyed teaching. So I thought, actually, yeah, I'll go do that. So yeah, decided to leave the band and do all those things. But yeah, it was good fun.
When was the last time you had to play on a kit?
Properly? Probably like 11 or 12 years ago.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Because again, like with for me, because people keep saying, oh, why don't you play the drums? Why don't you? I've had all sorts of invites to go and play, do practice and go in a band and stuff. But I'm like, unless I'm doing something and I'm fully into it, I don't want to do it. I don't want to dabble in it. So I'm like, the commitment to play the drums, all the gear, traveling, practice, gigs, as Brett will know, the gig is like 1%. That's your park run. That's your 18-minute 55 park run, not the 12 weeks of 6-7 hours a week of practice and training and traveling and all that stuff. So yeah, I loved it, but I live vicariously. I've got a few friends who are in very big bands, so I go watch them play and go on tour with them sometimes and enjoy it from the side, and they get all the credit.
No. And the were you I mean, my drumming knowledge is very is not the best, but were you is it a Sabian cymbal or a Zildjian? How did I say it?
Sabian at the start, then Zildjian. Yeah, Zildjian for sure.
Because they're, I don't know. Is there much
What?
silly question to ask a drummer? But what's the difference? Is there a difference?
It's just your Nike and your Adidas, just two big brands.
Okay.
You got different, and symbols have different things. There's paste as well.
What kit did you have? Drum workshop?
No, so I had a Yamaha to start with, really nice Yamaha starter kit type thing, and then I had a custom. Oh god, I don't even know what it was.
Pearl?
No, it was like an. I think it was FVF, so it was a custom brand. I was like a Travis Barker fanboy, so I wanted an Orange County type. So it was orange sparkly. I'll send you a picture later. Yeah, big orange sparkly kit. So we've got a video actually on YouTube of one of our music videos of me playing in slow motion with a big fringe and my tunnels.
Oh, I need to see you playing. That sounds. So were you like what is it when you got two pedals on the bass? Were you doing that on the bass drum?
No, so our band was probably closest to. We were like a mixture of like Idlewild, Manic Street Preachers, maybe a bit heavier, like Manchester Orchestra, band like that. So
what were you called?
We were called Telegraphs, which made us sound like a Tory band, which was always an issue.
How many members were there?
There was 5 of us.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so 2 guitarists, lead singer, bass player. We had a girl bass player.
How were the politics and how was the friendship as the band got more recognition and stuff? Is it really hard to stay friends, or did you what was it like?
We were like Fleetwood Mac because the lead singer was going out with the bass player. Right. So that caused some friction at certain times.
Right, okay.
For various different reasons. We're all good friends now, but yeah, when they were breaking up or when they were going out, all those sorts of things were all part of the
so were they like a Ross and Rachel
at various
band
times, various different times, yeah. So Hattie, who's the bass player, she's now like quite a famous author. She writes like she's got like a big book deal and stuff like that. So she wrote a book called Bittersweet that's just it came out last year, and she's been doing all sorts of things. So yeah, she's doing that now, which is cool. So yeah, it was good fun, but there's only so much driving around in the back of a transit van you can do.
Yeah, anyway. Band life is it's a very you will only understand it if you've done it.
Is it like you've got like merch you've got to sell and all that sort of stuff, and you can sell it at the end of the gig, and you've got to carry all these cardboard boxes in and out, and
lugging like a massive double stack bass amp up like 3 flights of stairs, and then driving home, and then having to go to my job as a bike mechanic in Halfords the next day. You're driving back from Sheffield. You've played to literally one man and a dog. That actually happened once. And then it's a grind. You got to be in it to win it. But because
people watch gigs and they think the band just comes on, plays their songs, goes off, and then they're done. But in reality, at that level, we are getting there mega early, lugging all the kit into the venue, setting up, which takes ages, doing sound check and everything, playing the gig, and then pulling everything down, lugging it all back out, trying to shove it in
whilst everyone is drunk and in the way.
Trying to play Tetris by like sorting everything into the back of the car so it will fit. Overloading the suspension of a car and driving home.
Well, Sam, just before we let you go, because I know you got something for us that you want to unleash on me and Brett. Quickly, shoes. What shoes you've been wearing these last few months?
I've got to shout out the leanings. I know that
right, that's it. That's all we've got time for this week. Thank you very much for joining us on Running the Red Line.
Did you see that Tim tried them on the other day and then just threw one into my crotch?
Because he loved it and it really hurt him.
Yeah. I'm a massive Nike fanboy. Alpha Fly 1, that is just perfection in a shoe. I still look at them on eBay and think, shall I spend that on a shoe? Alpha Fly 3, I do enjoy. They're great. I'm in my Mega Blast all the time at the moment. But these are just so good. They really are. Like, they work in so many different ways. Like, they are very impressive shoes. So
What's written? What can we see written on them?
Oh, I write
in pen?
Again. It's a bit of a stupid. I used to write on my symbols. I'd write lyrics from songs from the inside, spiraling all the way around to the outside. I spent ages doing it. If I've got a Sharpie, something is getting written on, no matter what. It's just
right.
I've got so many stupid tattoos.
Are those leanings ones that say "Wahey" on the side?
No, so my Metaspeed Rays say "Wahey" on the side.
Yeah.
These say "Chicago." Chicago. Shish kebab. Chicago. You're out. Get out. Yeah, Ace Ventura is a big So I've got various different stupid things written on my shoes. So it means I can't sell them. So that's great.
What are in those Adidas boxes?
SLs? I've got my Pro 4s and I've got my SLs. Yeah, I do love an SL. I think the original SL is better than the woven.
They're a different fit, aren't they? Yeah.
The woven just feels tighter and hotter. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, they are less breathable. Even
which is ironic, being called woven. Yeah,
it is weird because it's more of a race fit upper, isn't it? Whereas the standard one is more of a open I was about to say woven mesh, but as you say, stupid being called the woven when they're not so free.
And
like I agree.
You were saying, Andy, in the pre-pod about I genuinely think I could do a pretty speedy 5K in those SLs. I think I could get within 15 seconds.
Bold claim.
PB. So that, like you said, I want to do a fast, flat out one just to see how they work.
Yeah.
Do you want the game?
Should we have the game? Yeah, I think we're ready for the game.
Okay, so this game is called Just Run With It.
Or I was going to say, I bet Sam was an internet person back in the early 2000s, and I was just going to say, you've lost the game.
I'm going to text my friends that now. I was winning for ages. That is
literally for about 15 years. I've been winning the game. I just lost it.
One of my good friends, his little boy, has learned about this, and it's all he ever talks about.
Just lost the game. Brilliant.
Right, so it's Brett versus Andy. There's 3 to get, 3 points on offer. Do not answer whilst I'm doing it. Don't give it away. So you're going to write it down, and then we'll see if you've got it. Have you got a pen and paper handy?
Yeah, right, I'm coming close to the screen, so I'm going to concentrate. Yeah.
So I'm going to give a cryptic clue for different parts of someone's name. It's a famous runner. And then
when you say famous runner, are we talking elite athletes or are we talking YouTubers?
Elite athletes.
Right.
Elite
so
athletes.
Okay.
Elite athletes. Okay.
Yeah. And I've tried to make it running the red line niche culture references, because there is something about the culture references of this podcast that I just tap into very quickly. You know, your partridges, your bushes, those sorts of things. But I've tried to get it right. First one. So each bit is a part of someone's name. So sometimes it's a syllable, sometimes it's the whole name. First clue. Afro Man was going to clean his room, but for this excuse. Afro Man was going to clean his room, but for this excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 2. 90s Man United.
Can I guess?
Not yet.
Oh.
You got to wait for all the clues, and then you guess the whole name.
Oh, so
have you got it already?
Well, I'd like to have a guess.
Well, write it down, and you could say you got it on the first go. So if Andy gets it on the second go, you can show your workings, and we'll trust you. Okay, you'll definitely get it on this one then. Second bit: 90s Man United left winger Sean Bean approves. 90s Man United left winger Sean Bean.
I think I got it on the first one.
Okay, let's let Andy get the other bits, because it's quite funny when people guess and they get the wrong parts.
Okay. Is there another clue?
There's a few more clues. So next bit. Out of reach with an eye patch.
I got it on the first go.
Okay, I've got high, Ryan Giggs and Gabrielle.
Nah, wrong side. Well, he was Ryan Giggs was a left winger, but you got the wrong one.
Andrei
You've gotta go
Kanchelskis.
No, you got to go earlier.
Sean Bean. Think Sean Bean. He approves. Sean Bean
Yeah.
approves of it.
Yeah, whilst holding a rifle.
Lee Sharp. Yes.
So they're all parts of someone's name, Andy.
Yeah.
Sharp. It's got to be Gabrielle. Gabri Selassie. I don't know. I could be here all night.
Well, there's still more clues. Next one. Peanut Buttercup, legally blonde actor. Peanut Buttercup, legally blonde actor. A lady.
Oh God.
It's so good.
What's her name? Cruel Intentions. What's her name? Not Ryan Thingy.
Not with a knife.
Philippe. Not with a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not with a knife.
She's not with a knife. She's with something else.
She's not with a knife. She's with something else. A
Another
fork.
utensil.
She's not with a fork.
Spoon. Spoon. Reese with a spoon. Yes, he's with a spoon. Thank you.
Next one. McKellen. I can't wait for Andy to try and put all these together, by the way. So let's hold off, Brett, and I want to watch this gold. Next one. McKellen, Beckham, Hamilton, and John. McKellen, Beckham, Hamilton, and Elton John.
Rocket Man. Rocket Man.
And then the final one. What's that girl? Timmy fell down the well. Border Collie.
That's a good one as well.
I don't know. I'm so.
AI could not possibly get you this type of content.
No, definitely not.
Who fell down the well?
Exactly. What's that girl? Timmy fell down the well. Border Collie.
Border Collie.
Yeah. Famous dog
Think of
TV show.
Think of a really famous dog.
Lassie.
Right. So let's put these clues together, Andy. What you got?
Okay. So I've got high.
Okay. Got high.
And then you've got Lee.
Where Lee got
Yeah.
hot. Yeah. Oh yes. High Lee, Gab, Ree, Sir, Lassie.
Yeah. Did you get that on the first go, Brett?
Oh, Sir David Beckham. Sir.
That's amazing.
Oh, but I put blooming Rocket Man for Elton John. I thought they were just all really fast people.
Highly Gabriella Rocket Man.
Oh, Sam, that's good. I like that. That is very, very good.
Right, 1-0 to Brett. You can still pull it back.
Unlikely, but let's go. Let's continue.
The trouble is, I think Brett, because he knows the runners quite well, as in their names, once you get an inkling of one, you might run with it. But anyway, let's go. Keenan and his mate.
Okay.
Next clue. Not petrol, but still loves his family. Not petrol, but still loves his family. Next one. Quick nap.
Quick nap.
Quick nap.
What's quicker than a nap? A nap's the
quick
quickest
nap.
form of sleep. Snooze? I don't know.
And then casual way to say stomach. Casual way to say stomach. Keenan and his mate. Not petrol, but still loves his family. A quick nap and a casual way to say stomach.
Oh, that one's got me.
Quick nap. Is that like a zzz, like the Zeds?
No.
Is that the end of this round?
That's the end of that. Yeah, there's four parts this person's name.
No, I haven't. Oh, well, I thought I got it off the first.
Oh, I've got it.
Is it Kelly Holmes? Dame Kelly Holmes?
No, it's not.
Oh.
Go on, Brett.
It's Kelvin Kiptum.
Yes.
Vin Diesel.
Vin and his mate, Kel. Vin Diesel. Quick nap, Kip. Casual way to say stomach, Tum.
Could have got that one. Oh, I'm annoyed at myself.
Right, Andy, I reckon this is the one for you.
Kelly Holmes belly.
Right, all to play for. Winner takes all.
Okay.
Right. Eyeball pouring vodka into his eye. Eyeball pouring vodka into his eye.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Next one. There she goes. Liverpudlian rockers. There she goes. Liverpudlian rockers. There she
Yeah,
goes.
I've got it. I've got it.
Oh, let me do the last two.
I could guess. I think I got number 4, but yeah, go on.
Cool dude thinks something is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then congratulations, we don't talk anymore.
Yes. He's
It's
wired
so
for sound.
funny how we don't talk
Right,
anymore.
that's a draw. It gives it away because I got it from Eyeball Paul.
I thought you'd like that one.
I've got that one, Paula Radcliffe. That was good. Paul La.
Thank you for playing Run With It.
I like that. That was a very, very, very good game.
It's funny.
Yeah,
I enjoyed making them.
Good game.
Good game.
Could I franchise that, Sam?
Absolutely.
That sounds. Oh, maybe I'll work with you. Maybe we'll get you on once a month to play Run With It. That sounds good.
You just gotta run with it. You gotta take your time.
Oh, we can make a jingle and everything.
I'll get Goldsby on it. It could be
Yes!
a Marmcast Red Line positive split shared game.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm more than happy for people to use it. That's fine.
When you are you one of those people that is a table drummer when there's some music on in a social function? Can you stop yourself from?
I do fidget constantly. So driving, yeah, my wife spends a lot of time just being like, you're doing that. I'm like, no, I did not know that. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah. Have you got any favorite drum patterns from favorite songs you've that we may know?
Lots of Alexis on Fire beats are very good. That was sort of my vibe. Ratbeard is the name of that drummer, and he's my algorithm's been cooking up a lot of people doing covers of that, which is very good. John Bonham, Led Zeppelin, always very,
Did you say you're a big Blink fan back in the day?
Back in the day, yeah, big Blink 182 fan. Dave Grohl, Taylor Hawkins, those sorts of. Chad Smith from Chili Peppers when I was younger. That was very much a sort of vibe.
What about Collins?
Phil Collins.
Oh, Phil. Talking to Chad Smith, have you ever seen that Drumeo video where he hears 30 Seconds to Mars for the first time, but doesn't hear the drum track and then just nails
it? Yeah,
it's incredible.
Yeah, there's another one of that where they listen to Bring Me the Horizon for the first time.
Yes,
it's always so good. Those they're next level musicians. Those people.
Those videos, I think that company have started spreading out across different things now. So there's ones where they hear drumless track. There's a piano one where they just play them the drums and the vocals, and the pianist puts in the music behind it.
Nice.
There's one where they show people, they bring a band in and play them a song from a completely different genre and say you need to do a cover of that in your style.
Oh, sick.
And give them an hour to do it. It's some really cool stuff.
Yeah, there's a guy on Instagram that people write in I want Bar Black Sheep in the style of System of a Down. And then he like does it. You're like, that is one of the best things I've ever heard. That is so good. Like people are so talented. Like the internet just finds these people, doesn't it? Like, it's amazing. So yeah. Well, thank you very much for having me on, boys. This is like, it might sound a bit lame, but genuinely, one of my goals for this year was to come on this podcast and chat with you boys. Like it's a sign that, you know, I've made it as far as I'm happy with this. You know, I've been invited onto a podcast, the #1 podcast.
Oh, nice one.
I absolutely love it. Honestly, don't ever change. The 2.5 hours gets me through long runs, washing up, you know, driving to work. It's there for a lot. When you had that month off, I tell you, there was a void. There was a void.
Yeah, we had a bit of abuse about that. So yeah, we'll never take any time off again.
How dare you?
Why don't you give yourself a bit of a plug as well? So you're not only a YouTube, you've also got a podcast you've recently started.
Yeah, we recorded like episode 10, I think, 10 or 11. I did that today. The game Run With It was on there as well with different clues. So they got some different ones. It helps because Becky doesn't know any runners whatsoever. So she really struggles to come up with answers, but it's quite entertaining in that way. So Becky's a strength coach and Dan is like a running coach and I'm just an idiot. So we just talk about things about running and generally just call out terrible companies or people on the internet for lying and misleading people. Because really, you just need to train consistently, eat healthily, and get lots of sleep. And you don't really need a Whoop band or electrolytes in your body.
Well, you possibly need to buy some electrolyte ice cubes.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so good. That is very entertaining. So yeah, we go out and find different things. We're also very positive. It's for newer runners as well, for like people starting out and with ideas and stuff like that. So yeah, it's good fun. I just love long form stuff. I really struggle making Instagram content because I don't want to have to make a thing that grabs someone's attention and I'm fighting for someone just scrolling through. I love making a 30-minute video, a 50-minute video, you know, like your video, Andy, that hour-long one you did on the Worcestershire Way. That's my favorite type of content to listen, watch. And likewise, podcasts like this, it's not quick fire. It's like test match cricket. You just settle into it and you listen and you tune in and out and you go on a bit of a journey with it. And I hate making Instagram stuff in that way. So I've just tried to do it like, I just film something when I'm running as like a little mini vlog, but I'm not playing the game. I don't want to get brands and sponsors. Like, I've got a job, thanks. Like, it's fine. So what am I doing it for? But you get sucked in sometimes trying to play that game, don't you? Of like, oh, I need to do it. But I'm like, no, I don't. It doesn't actually matter. I'm just going to do what I enjoy. And podcasts and long form videos, that's definitely my sort of vibe. So people don't like it, that's fine.
Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. And your channel's really starting to take flight now, isn't it? You're well into the 4,000s. Where are you now?
No, like 3,500 I'm at now. Yeah. But like with parkrun times, if you told me a year and a half ago that'd be at 3,500, I'd have been like over the moon. Whereas now I'm like, right, 4,000. Right, I'm not 5,000 yet. You just have to take a step back and be like, actually, 3,500 people is a ridiculous amount of people to click on something. And so, again, I just make stuff and I enjoy making it. And if people want to join in and comment, and then that's lovely. And that's the thing I've noticed more lately is I've got more people who constantly come back and talk to me. And that's the bit I really enjoy. And so, like, getting that PB the other day, I knew that people would be half interested in it. Knew that I was going for it. I'd set that target, like with you guys, I know that you're going for stuff. And so I'm literally checking Strava and looking at things to see, what's going on? Like Parkrunning The Red Line. I'm desperate to know where I'm at, where, in the standings, week 1. Yeah. So it's just, I really enjoy that side of it. So yeah, I'm just going to make stuff and that's what you guys do. That's why, you guys and Tim and Andy, it's all just you being you and you're filming it and there's no difference. And that's why I think when we all met up on Saturday, the Q boys were exactly the Q boys, rocking out. Is this where the big dogs are? And so that's why it's so nice. And like Mac and everyone like that, it's just so natural. And that's the beauty of it. And I think some creators, especially more like Instagram ones, maybe you have to put on a very type of persona to grab people's attention. You then meet them or see them and you're like, oh, you're not like that. You're actually very quiet and you're not this intense person. Whereas in YouTube, you can just be yourself and just make what you want. So yeah. That's why I enjoy your channel so much, lads.
Oh, nice one. And likewise.
Cheers,
and
man.
if you are not subscribed to the Baconator, then go and do it immediately.
Yeah. Or if you are and you didn't enjoy the game or my appearance on this, feel free to, desubscribe or whatever it's called. Unsubscribe.
Desubscribe immediately.
Desubscribe. Or tell your nan. She'll love it.
Yeah, she'll absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So yes, Sam, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on.
Yeah,
a long
cheers,
time coming, and hopefully not the last time we'll have you on either. So
very quickly, I need a commitment. When I've done the away leg, when's the home leg happening for a park run? When are you boys traveling down to the south, the Sunshine Coast?
We've immediately gone in ourselves, haven't we now? Look at Brett's face.
You can hire a minibus. It'll be so cheap. You can all take bicarb on the way down, all puke it up somewhere near Cobham Services. It'll be brilliant.
The thing is, you've put a cat amongst the pigeons by doing what you've done, Sam, because most of us moan about traveling more than half an hour away for a park run, and you've gone pretty much transcontinental to get to Arrow Valley. I don't know. We will come. We're going to be like a politician and maybe avoid answering the question. But we would love to come down, and when we do, it will be epic.
Maybe like Brighton Half Marathon. Maybe you need a bigger draw to get you there.
Maybe.
In like February.
When's that?
February, March.
That could be good.
If not, I'll just keep coming up. It's literally a 2.5 hour drive from my house. I'll take the bicarb again. It'll be great.
Oh, what happened with your bicarb?
So nothing new on race day. I see that as like a suggestion that you should always do something new on race day. So I've run 2 marathons in shoes that I've run less than 5 kilometers in. And so I thought, bicarb, what's the worst that could happen? Turns out I found out what was the worst that could happen. It's the new OTE drink mix. Because the porridgey stuff, I cannot. I've got a bit of a thing for textures in food, and so like, there's not a chance I'd be able to get that down.
Yeah, it is like swallowing snot because you can't chew it or anything. It's just in your mouth and swallow.
Do you know what it is? It's the stirring in the bowl that gives me the absolute ick of like, I don't know why, it just freaks me out. So this stuff's like it's basically like a powder. So I was like, great, I'll just drink it, lemon and lime flavor, happy days. So you meant to take it 2 hours before. So about 7 o'clock, I drank it on the way up, and I could just feel it moving around in my stomach. And I thought, okay, well, it's bicarb, doing its thing. It will calm down, hopefully. And it did not calm down. It just kept moving. In hindsight, it could have come out either way, and then I really would have been in trouble. And I hadn't thought about that. And luckily, it came out the top end. So I emergency stopped on the hard shoulder on the M40 about 8:15 and just puked up pure bicarb. There was nothing else. It literally was just the bicarb. But I think I probably had 6 seconds left inside my body. So that's what got me that PB. I stand by it. I left them a comment. They did like an advert, and I left them a comment being like, took this last weekend, puked it up, still got a PB, 10 out of 10 experience. So they haven't got back to me yet, so I don't know if they're waiting for approval of the sponsorship or not. So I'm going to try it again, but in when I next do a session, I'm going to take some, because you don't get many servings. It's like 35 quid. It's quite expensive.
How much did the lemon and lime flavor take away the bicarb flavor?
It wasn't awful. It tasted, like urinal cakes, how they smell. It tasted like that smell. So make of that what you wish. Some people might be into that. I wasn't, but it was enough to be able to get down. But you have to drink 500 ml of it. So that's quite a lot to drink. Before, I wouldn't drink that before a run anyway. So there was that element to it as well. So it's a bit of a, and you don't, I think John Broom was saying that actually to get the same dosage that you get in the fly carb, you have to take like 4 scoops, and I had 2.5. So I had a lower dosage anyway. So it's still, jury's out. I'm going to keep trying it.
You might have run like sub 15 then if you'd have had the whole lot.
Adam Hill would have been worried. Had I downed that, rubbing it into my gums, I would have been flying.
Oh, funny stuff.
Have you tried other things as well? So have you tried caffeine gels and
Yes, I do caffeine gels. I don't drink tea or coffee. So when I have a caffeine gel, my body is like, what is this? Like it is very excited by that. So yeah, I bang a few caffeine gels down on hard efforts and stuff. But I haven't done Nomio or beetroot juice or anything like that. I'm pretty sure if I just run consistently, that's probably going to be a bigger difference than Nomio. So until I've been running consistently, I'll then try and knock off a few other bits as well. But I thought I'd just give bicarb a try.
Yeah. One I sometimes use in races is beta alanine. I don't know if you've ever used that.
No, I've heard about that. Have you seen there's now like lactate gels that you can take? I've got no idea how that works. It's like a gel of lactate. I'm like, I thought that's what you wanted to get rid of.
Well, apparently it's the lactate is actually a good thing, but it's the stuff that lactate makes your body make that is the bad thing.
Oh, okay.
So if you put more lactate in, then it should have a positive effect before the body produces all the rubbish that actually causes it to be.
Okay. Because running's always like a year, 2 years behind cycling. So all you have to do is look at what they're doing in cycling and like, you know, like all the bicarb stuff that's been going on in cycling for years, and it's just slowly catching up with the running circle. So yeah, I've seen Pogacar's been taking their lactate stuff.
Yeah,
and
apparently they can't prove yet whether it's actually doing any good or not. It's just like in the trial phase at the moment. So they're taking it and he's riding well, but whether that's actually making any difference or not, I don't know.
Yeah, I would think that those pro teams, they leave nothing to chance. So they probably know, they just can't prove it well enough for it to be a global paper. It's like they've done their testing. They know it's good because they would not risk a single thing, you know, of slowing them down. So yeah. All right then, boys. Well, thank you very, very much. Enjoy the rest of the pod. I look forward to listening to it tomorrow. Is it coming out?
Yeah, tomorrow night.
Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night.
Lovely. I will give that a listen. I'll go do a long run at some point and stick it in and find out what my new percentage is for my age grade. I'm so excited. I bet someone's done like a 14% buffer. Some 90-year-old man.
Well, we'll have to. You beat me, I think, last week on age grade. I think you got 71%. I got 70%.
Oh, okay. I was annoyed because I'd been holding myself back, not going for a PB until this started. And then, as you said on the pod last week, my 1930, which wasn't a PB, was my age grade PB. Yeah. So I stitched myself. I did the worst thing you could do. The week before it begins, or 2 weeks before, you get your wrong number.
You stitched yourself up massively. Yeah.
And this is where it pays to be an old man. Because what did you say you got last week, Andy, on your age grade?
I think I did 70%.
Yeah. Running that 1851, I got a 75.24.
Oh, did
Spicy. You? But your one's like 81 or something, Brett, isn't it? That is so good.
I know. Yeah, just over 80. So
yeah.
There's a guy that I ran with the other day who I think he's 76, and he ran like a 2020, and his age grade is like 90 something percent. Like that is.
How old is he?
Like 76. I think.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's in one of my Littlehampton video I did. He came and spoke to me. And I was like, if I get to your age and I can run even 5 minutes slower than that, that is mission accomplished as far as my exercise in life goes. So
that's amazing.
He wants me to try and pace him to a sub 20s. That'd be a really good video. I'm sure he said 76. Something like that. But he's in great shape. Absolute legend.
That's really quite impressive. Yeah, really impressive.
A guy called Mike. Yeah. All right, and boys. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And enjoy the
Before you go, I know you're desperate to go because we said literally 45 minutes ago. Right, we're going to leave San Antonio. Right, here we go. Right, quick game of this or that. I've just scrolled through and found it. Okay.
Yes. Okay, I'm ready.
Question 1: Aldi or Lidl?
Which is the one that does the best croissants?
Lidl.
Question
2: 5K or 10K?
5. 10K is heinous.
Miles or kilometers?
Kilometers. I'm not an imperial pervert.
Pepsi or Coke?
Guilty as charged.
I don't drink either. If I at times when I've
Really?
been in a real bind, when I've been cycling
Virgin
and
Cola.
I've hit the wall, I'd have a Coca-Cola.
Right.
But
okay.
it's orange Fanta. You know
Orange
that.
Fanta all the way.
Of
Lemon
course.
for a real special treat
That-
every now and again.
That's why you're such a big fan of Keenan and Kel.
Absolutely. Who loves orange soda?
Half marathon or marathon?
Oh. Marathon.
Road or trail?
Trail.
Headphones or no headphones?
No headphones.
Sunrise or sunset run?
Sunrise every time.
Yeah, you run at like silly times. You run at like 5 a.m.
Anything after 9 o'clock is impractical.
I can't believe you consider like parkrun like an afternoon run. That's mad.
Oh yeah, like if parkrun started at 6, I'd be bang up for that.
Chris or chocolate?
Oh, crisps.
Summer running or winter running?
Summer running.
It's got to be, hasn't it? It's got to be. Yeah. I think it's been glorious at the moment. I know it's hot, but come on, we've got to be careful what we wish for, haven't we?
Yeah, 5 runs, and and you can hear the rain outside. It's tough, man. It is tough.
Yeah.
I'd take that over a treadmill any day.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that's it. Thanks for joining us tonight, Sam. It's been how have we chatted for an hour and 40 minutes?
Sorry, boys. It's gonna be a 4-hour special.
It will be. Oh god, we haven't even done Parkrunning The Red Line yet. We'll talk about trainer weeks.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, boys. I will let you get on to keep it under a 3-hour one, hopefully, or maybe not.
Okay.
Go for the record.
Might go, yeah, sub 3. Hopefully, sub 3. Anyway, cheers, Sam. Nice one.
Boys.
Thanks for joining us. It's been a pleasure.
Cheers. See you later.
Nice one, dude. Right, so thank you so much to Sam for joining us tonight. That was pretty good, wasn't it?
That was good.
But we have heard about Sam's PB last Saturday.
Yes.
We now need to hear about somebody else's PB.
Well, yeah, mine got a bit overshadowed, really. No one cares about mine. I got one by default. Yeah, so I was on the sub-19 train until 2K, so about 1.5 miles. You know where I lost you was just by, I think you refer it as the bridge. You know, when you're just coming around the corner to go down to the lake. You've just done the back straight of the lake, and you come round. You start to take a right turn to bank round the lake.
Oh yeah, as you're coming down to the boat, the sailing club.
Yeah. So you just started to pull away from me there, and then I started to hang on to Yarrow, and I thought, hopefully Yarrow can at least. But then I'd lost him by the musical notes. So I then realised, second lap, I'm no one's holding my hand anymore.
Yeah.
And
did you have anybody to hold on to in that last lap?
Really. Tom Richmond came flying past me, and I again tried to copy his sort of steps and his cadence, and that lasted for all of about 4 seconds. And I was like, no, see you later, Tom. And yeah, I heard you say we'd done a 6:08 or a 6:10 first mile. And I remember hearing you saying we're a bit behind. And I'm thinking, that's not what I wanted to know, because I knew that we would have got faster from then on. And then my second K pinged, and we'd done it a bit faster than the first. And I was like, I had to tap out, because I was like, if I do another K at that pace, I was thinking, because I'd had a brief chat about max 5K last year, and I was thinking, I'm going to do a friend of the podcast here. I'm going to literally blow up into smithereens. And I decided, not to go with you two. And then what ended up happening was I settled into 5K PB pace. But the good news was I'd gone out about 20 seconds faster for the first half.
Excellent.
So I got slightly slower. So my Ks 3, 4, and 5, like I reckon, my second and third mile were slightly slower, but they were the same pace, if you know what I mean. I didn't nosedive, which I was really pleased with. I just couldn't pick it up. I just couldn't run any faster. So I knew that I had to run in Ks. It was 3:48, and I was running 3:54s, 3:55s. So I knew I was off the pace. And then first lap, I saw you guys running up the bank past the musical notes, and I saw you have a little look over your shoulder to see if I was still there. And I was like, oh, can I pull this back? And I just decided that I just couldn't. And I just think last week was in my legs still. Maybe that's an excuse. Yeah. But yeah, I managed to. I got overtaken maybe 2 or 3 times on the inner lap. But then, managed to just stay in it, and I hung on. And I got round in the end in a pretty decent time, pretty decent PB. Mm-hmm. 15 seconds it was, which is quite a chunky massive PB. Yeah. So I got round in the end in 19:22. So nice. Absolutely delighted with that. Dude. And I managed to pick it up on that final, just after the play park. And then when you take that hard left to do the final, probably about 100 meters, isn't it? I managed to pick it up slightly and took a couple of places at the end. But absolutely delighted. And it was just, it was a good day to PB with all your mates round. It was a good day to PB. And just really, I know people who've watched the videos of Ara Valley this week are probably sick of us saying this, but it really was just a really good day out, like a really good day of running. And, I can't remember where I heard this, but some people were saying some people were like, hang on, why should I do something that takes more effort to get there than the actual run itself? Well, no one knows that more than Sam, but it's not about that, is it? Because it's all about the build up at the start and then the debrief at the end, and even going for a coffee and a quick spin around the lake at the end. And, it's all those things. It's not just the actual park run itself, not just the actual 5K. So I always seem to run well when I want to at Ara Valley. And God knows where I can go from here, but hopefully sub 19 will be in range.
Definitely.
Soon.
I think by the end of summer, you'll be there. No trouble. Now that you're starting that marathon block,
hopefully,
going up. So fitness is going to start to appear again.
Yeah, because you'll know this, but like when you get a bit quicker, you stop getting so many PBs so frequently. And this year I've only had 2, I think. 1, my marathon PB. And it's years gone by, I've got to summer and I've had 3 or 4 or 5, because spring marathon block, you normally seem to get a few there. And but no, they don't come around so frequently these days. So it's really nice to run a good 5K time. So really pleased.
Yeah, wicked. That's ace, mate.
And well done to you for your pacing as well, because I don't think you really got the kudos that you deserve, because you were what do you call it? How do we say? Mom was riding pillion, wasn't he? He was.
He was in my sidecar.
He was your wingman. Yeah.
But
no, you both paced Sam really, really well, and you did a slight negative split, didn't you?
I don't know. Yes, possibly, because the second mile was a sub 6 minute mile. So it
probably was, wasn't it? What was your third mile?
That's what I'm just about to go and find. Right. So,
were you being nice to Sam, or were you being mean? Like sometimes you're mean to me.
No, sometimes you're mean to me. No, I wasn't mean. I was just shouting encouragement and like I was doing the classic things of I need you behind me, I need you to catch up. But as Sam said, he couldn't really hear that. It was partly because he probably went deaf because he was putting so much effort in, and probably was a little bit further back, so it just sounded like a noise. But we did a 6:11 in the first mile, a 5:58 for the second mile, and then a 6:02, and then I slowed down slightly to a 6:05 pace for the last 0.1 to try and get Sam to catch up. But it went pretty well. Yeah, really good.
Good job, well done. So, what shall we? Obviously, conscious of time and how long we've already chatted to Sam for. What shall we do? Do you want to chat about what we've quickly got up to this week? Because you raced in the midweek.
I did, yes. Yeah. Do you want to go through your week very quickly?
Yes, I will. Okay, so I've started marathon training this week, and I've decided a few things. One of the things I've decided is that I'm not going to do a build. I'm going to try something new. I'm going to try and build like a square. When you draw like a car when you're a kid, I'm going to draw like a perfectly rectangled training block. I'm not going to try and I'm going to do two 4 week blocks solid, then with a deload week in week 5, back up week 6, week 6 to 9, and then we're just going to week taper for my marathon. But with the weeks before the marathon, I probably will pull back on the intensity, but I'll just keep the volume there. And then the week of the actual taper itself, I will obviously reduce the distance and everything quite a bit. But I'm not going to do like a 2 or a 3 week taper, mainly because I'm only doing a 10-week block. And the highlights of this week have been a couple of really good hill runs, which I've really enjoyed, and a couple of trails. But I've done 2 solo sessions because for one reason or other, I haven't been able to make it to club. So I decided to do my own thing. And rather than just go for an easy run around the block, I thought, no, I'm going to do something purposeful. So the first one, I drove down to Worcester and ran around the river. And there's a little industrial estate loop that we've used before at club, which is like about a mile, half a mile. It's more like half a mile loop, maybe in between. And I did 5 by 800 at threshold, or close to 10k pace actually. So it was a little bit keen, especially in the warm weather. And I was aiming for that sub 40 pace for the 10k. And I was hitting those 4-minute Ks, those 6:26s quite nicely. Obviously, I was working hard because 800 meters at that pace is about just over 3 minutes of effort. Mm-hmm. So I did 5 lots of them, and then I ran easy before and after that, and I did walk-in recoveries, which were 1 minute off. Or did I do 90 seconds off? I can't remember. And then Thursday did the same, went down and did my own little session around Pitchcroft, which is where Worcester pitch, the race course where the parkrun is. Yeah. And I just did 8 by 3 minutes, but this time a bit slower. So I did marathon pace from Seville, but I progressively got a couple of seconds quicker each time. And nice. Had first rep, which is always the hardest, I think. First rep, I thought, what am I doing? How am I going to get ready for this in 10 weeks? I can't even do it for 3 minutes, let alone 3 hours something. But then it got progressively easier. Obviously, I wasn't wearing my carbons and it was a bit warm and all those sorts of factors. But yeah, managed to get through it. And I did, 8 by 3 minutes? I think I did. Yeah. And good session. So really enjoyed that. So I've got 2 sessions in this week. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a fairly up-tempo part run. And then Sunday long run is going to be about a half marathon, I think, which will take me to about a 50-mile week.
Excellent. So is that the mileage you're going to try and keep consistent for the whole of the block?
Between 50 and 60. So I don't want to go above 100k and I don't want to go below 50. So it'll most likely be between 80 and 90k, I think.
Cool.
So
nice.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So 10 weeks to go. And how at this point, obviously we're in the first week, how confident are you feeling?
Good, actually. Fit, especially coming into it with a 5K PB, makes me think, okay, yeah, there's decent fitness there. I've just got to work on my endurance and my long run stuff, and that's the stuff I'm normally better at than the 5K. So it's like, for once, I'm actually coming into it with a decent 5K behind me rather than worrying about the speed. So yeah, I'm not putting a number on my target, but I want a 3:0 something. So
Nice.
this time I want a sub 3:10. So it's a PB, but by how much I don't know. But that's what I'll be aiming for, 3:0 something.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Excellent. Obviously, we'll chat about tactics and race plan and everything nearer the time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how you get on.
Nice one, dude. Yeah. So how about you? What have you been up to?
So, this week, can we, just before I go into my week, because I'm going to talk about, actually, no, we'll do mine first because it's not as impressive. So this week, I was going to race on Sunday, but I woke up on Sunday morning and my left leg, like my calf and my Achilles, that's been playing up for God knows how long, just didn't feel great. And I was like, if I go and race on a track today, I'm going to put myself back. So rather than doing that, I just went for a long run instead, when I did a nice, steady, easy-ish Sunday long run. So that was good. Did 14.5 mile. And then Monday did a run up to my shop and back, just again, nice and easy. Then on Tuesday, I'd a couple of weeks ago put my name down for Vets League on the Wednesday. And now, because I didn't race on the Sunday, I was like, I really want to race now on the Wednesday. So went down to session on the Tuesday and just decided to do half the session and just do a short one. So we did, we were doing, it was on the grass down at the lake, down at Arrow Valley. And we were doing sets of 4 by 220 meters. So it was basically a length of the field off 30 seconds recovery. So I did 2 sets of those. So I did 8 lots of 220 meters. And then in between the sets, we were just jogging the length of the field. So did that and felt pretty good. Hitting some okay paces in that. So I was like, that should set me up okay for tomorrow. And then went and did my gym stuff as I normally do. And then Wednesday went over to Briley Hill. So over in Dudley for the Vets League. And this Vets League was one of the ones where they don't have any long distance events. So the longest distance was the one that I signed up for, and it was for the mile. So
that was the longest one.
That was the longest race on the schedule. So so 1,609 meters was the longest one. So on the other events, so every other one, they have shorter races and then longer races. So on the next one, they'll have a 1,500 and a 3,000. But it was a mile. So I was well up for it, and it's my first ever mile race on the track. So I didn't know what I was capable of. With my calf and my Achilles not feeling great, I was like, if I can just get through this without my calf blowing up, that will be a win. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to go for it and see what I can possibly do. And I knew in my head, if I ran 75-second laps, that would get you just over 5 minutes. So to dip under a 5-minute mile, you needed to run 74-second laps. So I was like, if I can run 75 for the first 3, and then kick it down for the last lap, I'll be in with a chance. But I thought anywhere close to 5 minutes, I'll be well happy. So we set off, and I took it out, and we went round the first lap, and the timekeeper shouted out 75 seconds, and that was for the first lap and 9 meters. So that was for the first 409 meters. So I'd gone out at the pace I needed to. So now I just needed to do 3 75-second laps, and hopefully I'd be on 5 minutes. So went through the second lap. So went through 809 meters, and he called out 2 minutes 30, and I was like, I am bang on here where I need to be. And then on the third lap, I had someone overtake me, and I don't know whether it was just because it started to bite or because I started to follow their pace a bit. We slowed up, and we went through the third lap. So what's that? 1,209 meters. And they called out. I was like, I need to be on 3:45 for this, and they called out 3:50. So we'd done an 80-second lap, and I was like, what am I doing here? That's 3K pace. Why have I dropped off 5 seconds on this lap? So I in my head, I was like, I need to do a 70 on this last lap to get 5 minutes. But I just couldn't quite get up to that pace. But still managed to pick up the pace on the last lap, and I came through in 5:02.2.
That's
so
incredible,
only 2.2 seconds over. So bit gutted, but at the same time, well happy to get anywhere close to 5 minutes.
What was your original? Did you say you never raced a mile before?
Never raced a mile before. I always thought I'd like to think I can break 5 minutes, but I'd never actually tried an all-out mile. So for the first one to get that close, I'm quite pleased, to be honest.
And I assume you're in your spikes.
Yes, yeah. And a couple of the Worcester lads were in that race as well, and they managed to pit me on that one. I think Robbie ran 4:53.5, so he was flying.
Really?
Yeah, so he ran really well.
Wow!
But then that race was at 25 to 9, and then at 9:10. Well, it should have been 9 o'clock, but there was a bit of a delay. But I finished the mile. I was knackered. And the team manager came over and said, so-and-so's got to go. I've damaged my calf, so I'm not going to be able to run. So is there any chance you could run in the relay? And I was like, yeah, I suppose so. And he was like, yeah. Because you do longer distances, you can take over the 800 leg, and Thomas will drop down to the 400. And I was like, oh, man, I've got to run another 2 laps here. So it was a medley relay. So it was 2 lots of 200 meters, a 400 meters, and an 800 meters.
Yeah.
And the 200 guys set off, and they were flying. And then Calvin passed the baton to Thomas, I think, in 3rd place. So Thomas went off on his 400 meters, and he managed to pick it up to 2nd place. So as he was coming around, I got ready to take the baton on, and he passed it to me in 2nd place. And I'd say there was about 40 to 50 meters that the 1st place had got on me. So they were halfway around the bend when I started my 800, and it was the Worcester team that were in 1st.
Yeah.
So I set off. I didn't really know how to pace it. I just thought I'm gonna go and just see what happens. So I set off, and as we were going around the 1st lap, I was slowly gaining on 1st place, and I was like, I reckon I could have him here. I reckon I could have him. So we came through the 1st lap of the 800, and as we got onto the bend, I started to pull up onto his back and onto his shoulder, and I thought, I'm going to be able to take him. And then on the back straight, halfway down, I overtook him and went into 1st place. And I was like, right, I've got to hold this now. And as soon as I went into first place, he just stuck on my shoulder, and I could feel him all the way round that final bend.
He found something.
Yes. And as we got to the finish straight with 100 meters to go, there was one of the Worcester lads on the corner, and he just went, "Come on, you've got this. Just kick for home now." And I was like, oh man, he's obviously got a real good kick in him. So I just put on the afterburners that I possibly had left and just put everything into that last 100 meters. And I managed to hold him off and got my first ever W on the track. Amazing. So yeah, we came away with first place in the relay, which I'm well happy about. And according to Strava, I ran a 2:28 for that 800 meters. So pretty happy with that.
I shouldn't really celebrate a Worcester loss, but
I know,
mate,
that's the thing. The two Worcester lads had me in the mile, but managed to claw something back in the relay.
Yeah, well, that's decent, mate. So what's that? 2.5K, pretty much. Just what's that? Nearly a mile and a half? No, yeah, a mile and a half. You did of pretty hard effort.
Yeah.
So that's
pretty pleased.
Your poor calves the day after.
Yes, they were a bit sore. So yesterday I just went out and did a nice easy half distance, ran 13.25 mile, just at a really nice easy pace. Nice. But yeah, so yeah, decent week.
Excellent.
But what I was going to just quickly talk about, I know I'm looking at the time and we've got so much to talk about. I just wanted to quickly go over Saturday after we'd run that park run on Saturday.
Yep.
I ran home, but I thought before I go home, I'm just going to pop into my mum and dad's just to say hello. And when I got in, on the TV, it said, "Oh, Diamond League is coming up." And I was like, "Oh, yes, it's the London Diamond League." So I ended up staying at my mum and dad's for a few hours because I wanted to watch the Diamond League live. And I have never, I don't think I've been that excited watching a race for as long as I can remember. It was incredible. And I love the fact that Josh Kerr set out his stall back in February and said, on this day, at this meet, I'm going to run the world record and I'm going to run 222 seconds. And he comes out on that day, at that meet, and runs 222 seconds.
That's
incredible.
I heard that he lost his hearing during the run. Yeah. Don't know where he would have had to go physically and mentally for that, but that would have hurt.
He was so incredible on that run. His splits are like a metronome. Amazfit, who is a watch sponsor, released his 200 meter splits for the whole race.
Yeah.
And every single 200 meters is 27 point something seconds. Everyone.
So just like clockwork.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's incredible. Rewatching the race, like for the first 3 laps, people are on him and you're like, oh, this could be a decent race. But then on that final lap, because his pace doesn't falter at all and the other people drop off, he looks like he's just absolutely flying and pulling away from him. And I'm not joking. I was jumping up and down and screaming at the TV because when he come onto that final home straight with 100 meters to go and the lights were behind him for the track lights.
Yeah.
For the world record, I was like, it's going to happen. He's going to do it. And man, it was incredible. So good.
Having seen Sam's performance and then going home to watch the mile world record as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
What a day. What a day of running.
It was a great day. But yeah, just incredible. And the fact that, he's got the record back into British hands. And he's following in the footsteps of people like Steve Cram and Seb Coe and Yvette and all them lot. It's just, amazing. But on his way to that mile world record, he
Yep.
broke the British record for the 1500 meters, which was also a PB
Yep.
for him. He ran a 3:30. No, would it been 27? Yeah, 3:27. He ran for the 1500 meters, which puts him number 7 all time in the 1500 meters. And that was during a mile. That was the 1500 split during a mile. So he could, in the next few months, if he wanted to, try and go for the 1500 meter record.
The Olympics in LA is going to be. He's going to have one. He's definitely going to be looking at that, isn't he?
Well, the Commonwealth Games is coming up. It started, hasn't it? It starts this weekend, I think. And he's in the mile for that. And he's got some good competition. He's got Cam Myers from Australia, who's running very well. And he's got some other good people, but that could be a really good race.
Yeah. Wow, that sounds brilliant. Well, as we're still on the subject of speedy folk, I'm going to mention Beardy Rich.
Oh,
in the same bracket as, in fact, I'm going to mention 2 people. Beardy Rich has just told me that he's run a club race. I think it's a club race, 5K tonight, and he's just ran under 18 minutes. So I don't know if it's a PB for him, but it's a pretty. He doesn't know his exact chip time, but he thinks he's got pretty much 18 flat or maybe 17:59.
Nice
for the 5K.
Nice.
But earlier on this week, well, the Q boys were out again.
It was yesterday, wasn't it?
Oh, was it yesterday?
Yesterday
First of all, before we mentioned the artist formerly known as Marm, did you see what Ryan Quiney ran?
Yeah, he was flying, weren't he?
I think he did 15:40, maybe something like that. I'm pretty sure it's 15:40, which is absolutely ridiculoso, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's absolutely crazy. What an amazing run that was. So massive well done to you.
Hang on, let's have a look.
I think TQ and KQ also ran, but I don't know what their times were.
15:40 Ryan ran.
That's madness.
Ridiculous.
So I wonder if has
basically,
TQ still got the record, or is it gone now?
Oh,
the Quiney record. I think it might be in danger now.
Yeah, but he basically ran 2 seconds a mile slower for 3.1 miles than I ran for 1 mile.
Wow. Wow.
Mental. Absolutely mental.
But so fair play to also to TQ and KQ, who were on top form at Arrow Valley last week. Absolutely wonderful. I tell you what was brilliant. Watching KQ on camera do the parkrun results.
So good.
Absolutely. KQ is just a natural. He's just an absolute master.
Yeah.
And that was just
so
wonderful
good
to watch him.
It was indeed.
But Marm dropped to
Hang
7.
on, 2 seconds before you say that. I'm just trying to find. Parkrun PB. Ryan's taking it if we're going off Parkrun PB as well.
Okay.
Because TQ's was 15:52.
Right. Okay.
Well, but that is at a parkrun and not a race. So 2 separate ones, aren't they? You've got parkruns, then you've got road races. So
TQ don't care anymore,
being 2 separate things.
Yeah. But no, the Q boys were on fine form last week, and lovely to see them.
Sorry to butt in. Sorry, Mom, just to steal your thunder there slightly. But do you know what? I don't care. Yeah, have some of that. You smarmy man.
Smarmy Marmy. Mom is breathing right down your neck now because he ran a ferocious 17:35, I think, on Thursday night at the Tipton Harriers Club event in Wadburn, I think. That's decent. That's really quick. So your PB at the moment is 17:15.
Yeah.
So he's only 20 seconds behind you.
Only
he's getting
20.
closer.
That's a lifetime at that pace.
So are you gonna try and increase that gap?
I'd be finishing while he'd be at the musical notes.
Whoa. That's fuel to the fire. Mom would just be sat there going just foaming at the mouth, probably listening to this. So brilliant. I love you two. I love the rivalry. It's absolutely fabulous to witness.
Have you seen he started calling me Obi-2 Brand?
Yeah. He's trying to get under your skin. Yeah.
So good.
Right. We need to move on. We need to get into the main event because we'll be here all night.
Yes, indeed. So I have just pulled up the spreadsheet on my phone. It is on my computer as well. But there was how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 6 people who improved their age grade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 people who improved their age grade last week.
Right.
Which is very impressive. So, I've got to say, I'm very sorry, but I haven't put them in order yet because I have been busy doing some things, but right, hang on 2 seconds. I'm going to have to write this down, and
they'll be in perfect order if you do it this weekend, won't they? If you do it on Sunday. Because we think we know someone that might be having a go at a parkrun tomorrow.
Yeah, possibly.
So, what would the strategy be for you? Are you getting paced? Has Adam Hill mentioned it?
No. So Adam is pacing Lee Neal tomorrow to hopefully a PB of 16:30 something.
Blimey.
So I don't think I'm anywhere near that. So I will be going out with them and then falling off and hopefully holding on for dear life to PB of some kind. We shall see.
Right.
Amazing. Because the reason I'm saying that is because I've realised I'm not going to have any other chances other than the last week of Parkrunning the Red Line to try and improve mine, because I am away at different events over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So I need to
do it either tomorrow or the last week, isn't it?
Yes.
But the thing is, I can't decide whether to have another crack at it tomorrow, because part of me really wants to win and just do, and keep improving. But part of me also doesn't want to do myself a mischief and get myself a stress fracture or something, because I've not been recovering well enough.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I get a stress fracture and win the whole thing, I think that'd be worth it. I think that'd probably be worth it. I don't know.
Right. So I have just worked out the order of everybody. So we actually had 7 people improve. So I'm going to go through those 7 people for this week's Parkrunning the Red Line. And the first person to improve their age grade was Rodney Lowe.
Rodders.
Yeah. Rodders. And he improved by 0.04%.
Win's a win, Rodders.
And that's an improvement. So
you're in the top 7.
A win is a win.
Yeah.
Oh,
up the
you've
Rodders.
gone.
Brilliant.
Hello? Oh no, it's AirPods. It's my AirPods.
AirPods have gone. Of course it has. Of course they have. Quickly disconnect.
Yeah.
Disconnect safely.
There we go. Sorted.
Where am I now? Am I in your ears again?
No,
you're on loudspeaker.
On the computer. Yeah. Right. So yeah, Rodders, a win is a win. You improved your age grade, so that is awesome. Next one is Robert Dronzek, who improved his age grade by 0.32%.
Oh, yes. Nice one, Rob.
Good work, Rob. That is awesome. Next up is Jordan Deere, who improved by 0.59%.
Oh, well done, Jordan.
Another great result there. We then have somebody by the name of Andy Maguire.
Yes.
Who improved his age grade by 0.90.
That's all right. So am I 4th?
So 0.9, yes.
So I'm 4th. I'm in Champions League places.
You are in 4th at the moment, yeah. So just under 1% for you, which is fantastic. Then we have Mike Lee, who is into the full percents, and he improved by 1.46.
Oh, that's a big,
almost 1.5%, which is pretty impressive.
Well done, Mike.
Awesome work, Mike. In second,
do we know this person?
Yeah, we've just had him on the pod.
The Baconator.
The Baconator is in second.
Whoa!
Who improved his age grade PB by 2.13%.
Oh,
but in first place currently,
who's this going to be?
Is Nathan Cleary.
Okay.
Who improved by 2.44%. So just under 2.5%.
That must have been a massive PB.
So that is some awesome work by Nathan.
Wow, that's brilliant. Well done, Nath. I thought my 0.9% was good. Blooming hell.
Yeah. So there we go. So that is the current standings for people who have improved their age grade. Obviously, we will go through more stats and more people as we go through the competition. But as we are running low on time already, I thought I would just go for the people who improved this week. But there was some great running from everybody. There was obviously some people who didn't manage to get down to a park run last Saturday, so they haven't had their first attempt yet. But I would say we had about 75% of people in the challenge going for it on the first week. So
can I just quickly shout out, I think, Alex Bowden?
Yes.
I think he won Wire Forest.
I did notice he did another sub 20 at Wire Forest.
Yeah, I think he won it. I think he got the W.
Yeah.
Fastest ever walking park run, apparently. I don't know why we do it. I don't know why I do it, especially, Alex, because you would absolutely smash me. I'm not taking the mickey. I can't help it. That is ridiculous. To win Wire Forest.
Yeah.
What an accolade.
And from that run at Wire Forest, he was only 1.86% over his age grade PB.
Really?
So that's pretty impressive on that course.
Yeah. So if I run 20 minutes at Arra Valley, or if I run 20 minutes at Woolacombe Dunes, do I get the same age grade?
You'll get the same age grade because it goes off distance, not off course profile.
So if you are thinking, of getting up the leaderboard, maybe make it easy for yourself by picking a fast course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone's going to be in Battersea tomorrow morning.
Yeah. But so that is the leaderboard so far for Parkrunning the Red Line. As I say, we will go way more in depth into it next week. But I will be putting some what would I call them? Graphics together to show leaderboards and efforts from people that we will share on Instagram. So look out for those on Instagram if you want to have a look at a ongoing leaderboard.
Brilliant. Excellent. Oh, it feels good to be in the top 4. I can't believe it. Yes.
Just means you've got to run even faster now in the next 4 weeks.
So to get a 5% increase, I need to basically run 16 minutes, don't I?
No. I reckon if you run under 19, you'll have a 2.5% increase.
Interesting. We said from the start, Brett and I said, if we think someone runs between 4 and 5%, we think that'll be enough to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
But that would obviously be a massive, massive improvement.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, strong start.
Very strong start.
Who's it who's leading it? Nathan.
Nathan Cleary, yes.
Nathan, the man to beat.
Yes.
Top of the pile.
So, right. I did have a couple of other things, but I think we should probably go on to our final part, shouldn't we?
Yes, we should. Yeah.
That we've got here. So, all we've got time for is the Strava segment. So, last week's leaderboard. In first place for distance, he is back. And he is back on his 100.1 mile weeks.
Adam Mays.
He is back. He had a down week last week, but he is back. So awesome work, Adam. That's ace. Second is Craig Knowles with 83.1 miles. And third was Ryan Baker with 81.1 miles. So awesome work. And then for our climbing, in first place, we have a lady topping the whole leaderboard.
Brilliant.
Stephanie Parker with 5,180 foot. So epic. Amazing work, Stephanie. In second place is Earth, Wind and Fire. It is Earth, Wind and Fire, isn't it?
What, do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Have I got that wrong?
No, I think that's right. I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it's Earth, Wind and Fire. Yeah.
It is Matt Hember with 5,154 foot. And in third place is Alex Bowden. This guy runs with 4,400 foot.
And that's just because he did our Wye Forest Park run.
Exactly. All of that elevation. Yeah. But we then have our ladies leaderboard. And in first place for distance is Chloe Hamard with 63.6 miles. Second is Victoria Lee with 56.3 miles. And third is Rachel Watson with 44.5 miles. And then because Stephanie topped the whole leaderboard, we've got 3 more ladies for the elevation. And in first place is Jackie Wilson with 3,740 foot. Second is Aveen D with 2,167 foot. And third is Victoria Lee with 1,906 foot.
Amazing. And we're still sub 230. We squeezed all that in.
I know. How we've done that, I don't know.
No, I don't know. But is there anything we didn't mention? I can't remember. Well, we didn't do comments and emails, but we haven't got time. Have we?
Yeah, no, we ain't got time. We'll have to, pick them up again next week. Yeah, that's 2 weeks on the trot now. We've left them.
I'm just really going to quickly, just so we can keep up to date with them, quickly read through Kurt Wilson's. He says, well, hi, Brett and Andy. Where do you start with that? What a morning you all had at Arrow Valley. I was glad to be a small part of it and witness history in the making. It's a shorter drive for me than Sandby, but well worth it. Arrow Valley really is a great park run. So for those of you that haven't done it yet, it now has got the Silver Strider seal of approval, as well as the Quiney boys. And so it says, until next time, keep living the dream. Ciao for now, Kurt.
Awesome. Yeah, it was good to see Kurt down there, weren't it?
Yeah, good. Go and subscribe to Kurt's channel, Silver Strider.
Yeah. Have we got anything else?
No, that's all we've got.
Awesome.
Email-wise.
Okay. Right. So on that, we shall say thank you for listening or watching. Thank you to Sam for coming on. It was an absolute pleasure to have you on the pod, and we shall see you next week. Cheers, guys.
Top 4, baby.